All right. Day two. Day two Vegas. How's everybody doing? Welcome, everybody. Hello. Definitely need to get, like, an intro thing. I don't know what that would be. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out in time. Oh, but day two of Vegas upon us. We're about an hour and 45 minutes, hour and 40 minutes. Till Vegas starts, till round one will be live on stream. Now, in theory, they're already playing round one, but I mean, it seems like they're not doing what Bologna had, where they're actually starting stream, they're actually playing round one at like 10, which is weird to me. I'm used to, firstly, like 9 a.m. start time for big events like this, like regardless in the world. I don't know, is that just like a Magic the Gathering thing? I've played in like other games tournaments and they normally start at like 9. Because they understand the earlier you start, the earlier end, and people would much rather start, like, end their tournament at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And that's like a 11, 12, 13 hour day. That's crazy. That's super long, right? Whereas, on the other hand, like, starting at 10 and you know at the moment, and we sadly know at the moment, right? That games at the moment are, well, not games. Games are normally about an hour. 50 minutes to an hour, sometimes less, rarely more. The problem is deck checking, the problem is judge calls, the problem is the fact that we're going over 30 minutes per round. Eventually, these things will get ironed out, and they will. Like, I absolutely have faith that these things will get ironed out. But till they do, it's tough, right? Like, I don't blame any party whatsoever. This is a mix of players just not knowing the rules, but in fairness, the game's rules were not established well. We've got translation issues, which then cause additional problems. And in turn, there's just a lot to, like, figure out and understand, right? So, like, I'm not comfortable pointing a finger anywhere, but it's one of those things where we kind of look at it and go, well, there's a reason that we're in this sort of point. I'd love to go and do like a history deep dive and find out if this was happening in like early Pokemon tournaments, Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, Magic the Gathering tournaments. I think that would be a really interesting one. I wonder if Pastry Time knows anything about that. I might tweet at him about this. I think that would be a very interesting thing to look back on. I'll ask my father and a few like old heads that played Magic the Gathering, because when I was having my come up in Magic, it just wasn't a thing. It wasn't a problem whatsoever. Like, you just showed up, and most rounds went at most 10 minutes over. Like, at most 10 minutes over. So I kind of don't imagine there being a problem. I feel like a lot of stuff got ironed out, and by the time I was having my come up, most rule stuff had been already really heavily established at this point. Most things have been ironed out. While I love to joke and meme that damage on the stack was like a very fun and good thing, it wasn't. It made no sense to new players. It was only exploitable by like really, really good players / cheats. And 9 times out of 10 it didn't matter. Unless you're playing Giant Growth and you're like, damage on the stack, I will now do this. It just gave an extra window for people to do things. And I think Riftbound, I'm really happy that the judging team and that Riot in general is just super receptive to like being flexible and breaking the game and everything. And I hope, my hope is that in like the next coming few weeks, months, years, is that a lot of this will be ironed out. And it will be. Like, that's what's going to be so cool about it. Like, this is a very unique era of Riftbound. And it's one of those things where we will look back on and go, remember when things didn't say target, it said choose, but choose also meant target, and it wasn't inherent for everybody because they also had target. Don't you remember when we had Cathian Rain and Falling Star get changed like 3 times? It never technically changed, but it did. like, all of this will be looked back and going, oh, those were the early days where we were all still figuring out the game, and there were like 2 or 3 players that actually knew how to play. Like, that's gonna change, and it will change rapidly over the coming weeks, months, and years. And that's what I kind of feel like is gonna be like reflected on long term, and we'll be like, man, it was super cool. And I think it will be. It'll be like, hey, that was a pocket. If you were there, you were there. And if you weren't there, you missed out. In a way, you missed out. I don't know if you necessarily missed out in like a really cool way or a good way. It would just be a very unique pocket window. I mean, obviously, Alan is probably... I think it's fair to say Alan is probably the best player at Riftbound in the world. I don't think that's a controversial thing to say. I think after Alan, that's a question. You've got like probably about 5 to 7 players who are probably in that window. And we'll just have to wait and see. At the moment, we've got like the hardcore grinders. Yeah, Prismat's probably in the top 5, 7 players in the world. There's a Chinese player that's like top 8'd like 3 events, like 2 in Origins, maybe 4 events actually. Like there's an absolute monster. I think he won one of the tournaments in China as well. Like he's a killer. I kind of hope, honestly, Randy's probably, if he's not in the top 5, 7, he's like top 10, right? But I think Randy is insanely talented at the game. He probably is. Honestly, actually, because of his event in China, yeah, and because he's like switched decks, it shows just mastery to a level that we haven't seen from a lot of other players. So yeah, no, I would absolutely put Randy in the top 5. George is probably up there to a degree. Alan is obviously probably the best. That's probably like the top 5. It's probably like Alan, the dude over in China that beats everybody, like it's just insanely consistent. Probably like Prismat, Randy, George? It's probably something like that in order. I mean, obviously you've got the winner of Houston. He's an insane player. There's a lot of like really good players already, and because of how meta cards work, the metal card system works, the best of prizing, like evolutions of the meta are happening rapidly, right? And it's such a cool feature. Like it's actually super, super cool. So when we consider the fact that obviously we are seeing an evolution of metagames because players will adapt things. I mean, I was wrong, chat. Chat, I'm a bigger person. Let me find this tweet. Right, let me see. Have I got this set up? This works. Right. So, yeah. It turns out, I don't know why the audio changed rapidly there. Turns out, chat, my sources were telling me a Rek'Sai went 8-0. I'm not even joking. My sources were telling me a Rek'Sai went 8-0 after I'd done my tier list. Apparently, and we got it so Rek'Sai was pushed to the very top of Metal Card Heroes. My sources were telling me a Rek'Sai went, and then I found it. Alan Wong, known as Rakin HS, so he's a Hearthstone player, which is cool, man. I love that Hearthstone players are like doing really well. Game's pretty cool. Formerly Play VS, OGN, and ESL. Wow! Is this guy like a producer or like some other thing? I don't know. Damn. Regardless, he is currently 8-0 with a very diverse matchup spread. Now, I will say, no Ezreal, no Lucian. So, that's just where we're at. Not... I'm like, it's crazy that this happened. Crazy. Hugo, hello everybody, by the way, in chat. Welcome everybody to the waiting room. So we're actually going to do something a little bit differently. So I'm going to recap very quickly of what happened from the games I didn't catch at the very end, because I'll be honest, I kind of it hit 3 in the morning. I was 12 hours deep. I crashed. So rather than having me crash out, what I'm going to do is we're going to stream the waiting room. This is the waiting room. Everybody, hello, hello. Are you accepting? I accept your apology regarding Rek'Sai. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for understanding that I was wrong. But no Draven, no Ezreal. Double Aurelia. Leona is crazy. Like they must have never seen a Defy. But like, I mean, Leona also just kind of scoops this color combination. Not even gonna lie. Darius is like awful. It's like Victor Darius. It's like yellow decks you just want to play as Leona. So we cried. So what we're gonna do actually. So we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do, this is gonna be a 2-part stream. We're gonna do a bigger stream actually on Monday. We're gonna do a nice recap stream actually looking at everything. Because as we all know, we got the bingo. Oh, this is actually this, I should switch this. It's fine. I don't think you're hearing. Wow. All of these things are wildly all over the place. I know why, but yeah. So we've got the bingo still going on. Because we've got the bingo at the moment, what we'll need to do is I want to come back, because I'm not going to stream top 8. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stream the first round, and then I'm going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to do a big recap stream. Part of the reason for doing this is, I'll be honest, once I get about 7-8 hours in, I'm nowhere near giving the same kind of energy I want to bring. So what I'm going to do is I'll do 3 hours today, cut it, come back, we'll recap everything, and then do a big top 8 stream. I thought about this, I've been thinking about this all day, and I was kind of like, you know what? I could definitely have done better yesterday. I liked doing the stream. It was good to check, to test out. I think there are better ways of doing the stream. I think I also probably need to get like 1 or 2 guests on the stream. I think I also need to maybe consider doing like a pre-show, post-show. This is basically a pre-show, right? For the actual stream. And I think that's an interesting thing of doing. I think then I want to kind of have a very chill, relaxed co-stream, where it's like very much like I could come in and out. And then I want to do a post-stream. The problem is, yeah, exactly, Hugo, like, it was like 3 a.m., like, when I think you left at 2, and then I still went for like another hour. Or did you catch the end? Last night was a blur, I'm not even gonna lie. But I think if I do this, and what I'll do is I'll do Monday stream actually like midday. I'll do my normal streaming hours. I think what my plan is to do, you're in the Allen game, it was game 2 when you left. Yeah, so we had like another game, and then I watched a whole nother series. Like, there are 2 things I'm gonna do, and I've already chimed on this at the very top of the stream. They need to start an hour earlier. They need to be starting at least at 9 a.m. their own time. It's just a little bit too late. And then the stream also being an hour after that, it's like, man, they're not even gonna start round 1 for another 30 minutes from now. And it's just rough. It's now 6:30 here, so I'll be happy to catch the first games of the day and then see the finals tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, that's the philosophy most EU people are going to be having. Like, I want to watch it all now, but the problem is because everything starts so late, it's just not feasible. I do hope they get an East Coast tournament, and I hope they actually start that at 9 a.m. That would be really cool, because then that's a 5-hour difference for me. Like, that's, you know, I could feasibly maybe stream all of that. Like, I could co-stream all of that, and I'd love to do that. Like, I want to do this. The problem is, when rounds are also, it's the rounds going an hour and a half. You know what? We all know most of us would have been willing to grind out most of it, if maybe just have it on the background and fall asleep to it. But it's like, man, when it's so late, it's like, it's just not doable, is it? Oh, Waffles, how are you doing? And welcome everybody into the stream. How are you all doing? The stream doesn't start for another hour and a half. Falcon man. Hello, Kara. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? How have you looked over the data you spread? No, actually, we should do that. We should do that, chat. I was just apologizing, honestly speaking. Because I got Rek'Sai wrong. Alan is kind of a master, has gone 8-0. I was wrong. And I actually, my sources told me. So my sources told me Alan was it. I found it, and I'm actually astounded. I'm flabbergasted, frankly speaking. The tier list has got a bit of controversial. Some people don't like it, but you know what? I respect it. We've had some conversations going on. I've seen a few people talking about it. I'm happy we did it. But Dragon Volley made day 2? No way. That's nuts. No, that can't be right. Right. Let's have a quick look-see at the spread. Right. Let's have a quick look-see. So, I need to switch my camera for this. I think it would be better if I do this. 1 second, chat. I think I've just got to always transform myself. Transform myself the other way. So, because I'm looking over here, but it doesn't look right, does it? Like, that makes more sense, doesn't it? Like, now I'm like, oh, hello! It makes more sense. It does just make more sense. I'll have to do this on my other scene. Give me a second. There we go. There we go. So, this was the spread from day 1 going into day 2. But we've already seen this. We've talked about this. There's nothing crazy to talk about here. Let's go on to the Play Riftbound Organized Play account. Here it is. So, let's talk about the spread. Draven had a 30%. Now, I actually want to do something here, which I think is actually far more interesting. I'm gonna open this tweet up. Have I got it? Yep. By the way, I don't know who's running this account. The social media manager is, like, doing a great job. Like, honestly speaking, it feels super like they're actually, like, aware of what's going on. And then also not just retweeting random big influencer. Like, they're posting clips and stuff. Like, man, I'm happy about it. Oh, hello, hello. How are you doing? No, that's Vegas. What I want to find is Bologna. Where is it? It's somewhere here. This is one of the best photos, by the way. Like, I absolutely love this. Ah, perfect. Right. So, what I want to do is I want to compare. So, this is Bologna to Vegas. How close is it? So, Draven, 38 in Bologna, 37 in Vegas. Aurelia, 26. Aurelia, 25. All right, ideal. Isa, 19. Vegas, we've got a higher percentage over in Vegas. 18%, 18%, but it's now Victor over in Vegas, where it was Ezreal. Now, I think the reason for this, and I think this is a pretty obvious one, is the Polish team knew that there was a Polish team that were playing Ezreal. So there were just a smaller sample size of Ezreal players, similar to Vegas, but like there are a higher concentrated number of good players. So I'm not trying to say one or the other is correct, but there is reasoning for this data. Right. So next one. So we got. Then we got Annie at 11. Annie isn't even on this list, which is like, that's a really interesting one. Annie is 3%, but still almost a 10% conversion rate. So while it was a smaller, it's almost identical to the conversion rate, whereas Annie obviously was there. The conversion rate for Ezreal was a few amount of people playing it in Vegas. It's only like 3 people less. Interesting. Siva in Bologna was 19 with a 10. Siva 5 with a 10 almost. That's a 9. So it's not too bad. Is there a locator for the event in hand? Let me see. Do I still have that? Actually, I think I've got it. I actually have it. Well, actually, I'll put it up on stream as well so we can have a quick look at the standings. But I will post this. Where's my thing? Here it is. There's the locator, everybody. How, by the way, now that you're all here, how is everybody doing? How's everyone having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're located in the world? It's lovely to see you all. Hello, hello. So, obvious names. Prisma, obviously undefeated. We know he's playing Draven, by the way. Alan, obviously, Ezreal. We've got one of these players is a Rek'Sai player. I don't actually know. Can we find out? Alan Raku, is he... No, that's the wrong one. Okay, this is our Rek'Sai player. He's got an 80% match win percentage, so it's not as crazy as, like, Alan. Alan, I think, only dropped that one game on feature, by the way, which is crazy. Like, this is crazy to have a game win percentage of 94. Like, this is basically dropping one match all day. Like, actual nut stuff. 80 is still a perfectly reasonable one. But it, I mean, I guess it's like, that's what the 70s are. You've got a 7-0-1 here. We've got Rek'Sai, Ezreal, Draven. I think one of these guys, Argon, I think is Draven as well. I don't know what Shizzle. I think we've got two of the guys from Challenger TCG who went undefeated. And I think that Shizzle and Argon. I might be wrong. I actually, you know what? I'm not too confident. I believe from Challenger TCG. Let's pull it up. I'm pretty sure Challenger TCG posted that two of them. You got Shizzle. Ah, okay, so Shizzle's like an honorary member of them. And they've got... Oh, okay, so it's Draven, and the other honorary member is one of their subs. Oh, no, they're a subscriber to the Challenger thing, and he is also 8-0. Holy... That's crazy! We actually know all the undefeated players. So, Priz, this, Challenger TCG, Rek'Sai, and then a Challenger TCG sub. That's nuts, man. So we know it's Draven, Ezreal, Rek'Sai, and then we're not sure what Shizzle is playing. This is the only player we don't know. Or at least I don't know at this moment in time. Chat, if you know, hit me up. Let me know. Let me know. Let's go back to the meta day 2 conversion thing. Colin plays Miracle. Rossum is... Oh, okay. We got a mid-range and we got a Miracle. I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, I guess with the amount of time between the events, they just didn't have enough time to actually get prepared to switch. Interesting things. What else is interesting here? I mean, obviously, Civ only have 5 decks converting. That's surprising, but I guess if you're seeing less control, it's less needed. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the biggest talking point outside of, like, Draven being just still the menace. I mean, obviously, this is a lot of Victor. A lot of Victor. But yeah, Rek'Sai, 27% conversion rate. Whereas at Bologna, Rek'Sai had a 6% conversion rate. She was one of the worst legends in general. Like, outside of those that just didn't make it or only had, like, 1. Like, Teemo had better with 2. Lee Sin had 11. Like, Rek'Sai was one of the worst performing decks in all. But at Vegas, one of the best. I think people are playing Rek'Sai the way that a lot of players in Bologna were playing Darius, which was aggro. That's kind of my assumption. We've just got, like, different philosophies on the way that you play aggro. Darius tries to min-max his legend ability. Whereas Rek'Sai tries to kind of miracle its way into things, and it can. Like, it does its own version of miracle within its own colors. Honestly, Rek'Sai was probably meant to be the miracle deck, but then purple just does it. It's just bleh. Does Victor have a good matchup into mid-range Draven and Aurelia? I've heard some Rek'Sais are off Phoenix. Yeah, I don't think Phoenix was ever the build, by the way. I don't think it was ever the correct build. I might be wrong. If we ever find out what the 8-0 Rek'Sai deck is, I'd be very keen to see this. Hopefully, we can get this round 1. Do we know anything about us? We do not. We do not. I'm being called out by chat. All we know is the player, and we know his matchup spread. And he had a round 1 bye because he had won a skirmish. That's all we know. Alan Wong is the player, but we don't know anything else. You're pretty sure he's on Phoenix? Interesting. I was kind of expecting some mega spicy tech. If he's on Phoenix, then yeah. It'd be wild if he's able to go undefeated. It'd be crazy if he's able to like mate top 8 with Rek'Sai. Like actually crazy. I'd love to see it. I hope we get it on feature match round 1. Like I really, really hope. But we actually know the whole breakdown if anybody's joining us. We know Miracle Draven, Ezreal. One of these two is mid-range. One of these two is... one of these two is Miracle. One of these two is mid-range. This is our Rek'Sai player. We're not sure what Shizzle is playing. This is the only player that's a mystery, but they are a TCG Challenger... They are a TCG Challenger subscriber. So it's like two of the TCG... These are 2 TCG Challenger players. And then we've got a subscriber of them. So they're on! If you want to get good, and I have absolutely no reason to say this. If you want to get good, honestly, go preach them out. I met some of the guys over there when I was at Bologna, and they were genuinely wonderful gents. Had a lovely conversation with them. Also, Lunatic, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're all having a wonderful day as we're waiting for Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about an hour and 15 minutes until we get there. Once we actually get to Vegas, we're going to be co-streaming the first round. And then I'm going to be going over, probably raiding somebody to continue the love and support. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be coming back tomorrow on Monday. And that's where we're going to do a recap stream, looking over the top 8 and everything. As remember, ladies and gentlemen, we've been doing a bingo. I know, right? Your streamer does a bingo. Oh, I haven't switched this cam. It's fine. We've got a bingo. This is where we're currently at with our bingo at this moment in time. We haven't seen anyone get 3 points. We haven't had a mirror match. Wait, we did have a mirror match battlefield, right? Chat, am I crazy? Didn't we have a double, sigil? Not sigil. Oh, what's it called? Obelisk of Power. Didn't we have double obelisk? Am I crazy? Anyway, we haven't seen Draven win on coverage. Maybe. We need to recap the last 2 matches. Kai'Sa in the top 8, we won't know. I haven't seen Annie. We haven't seen Aurelia get mega big. We got close. We got real close. Obviously, this is another top 8. So we got a top 8 one, a top 8 one. We'll have to go through and see a feature match. No order in the finals is a finals one. And then we haven't seen anyone draw 9 cards. We got it up to 8. We haven't got to 9 yet. So, if we had got 8, we would have got it, but we haven't. So no one has gone like super off. Obviously, drawing 9 cards in a turn is like asking a lot. But these Miracle decks can do it. So in the Ezreal mirror match, I don't think we actually saw them. What's this you're posting, Carrot? It was Alex, right? I didn't see him anywhere on the Challenger TC social media. Not in any. Oh, this was Shizzle at the previous event. Oh. So he's probably on a mid-range Draven list. Dope. Wow, well done for finding this out. His list is pretty standard. The only thing I do differently is I play only one Blood Rush. He's playing 2 longswords. I don't play any longswords, but I play an Edge of Night. I play 2 Mice where he plays an extra Ferocious Forerunner, but I play 3 Darius. He only plays 1 Kai'Sa and 1 Fizz. I'm like 2 Kai'Sa, no Fizz. But like it's like tiny differences, you know, like tiny differences in the grand scale of things. He doesn't play any Mind Splitters in his deck, but he plays 2 Assembly Rig for the control matches, which I like can kind of come on to. Pretty cool deck. Pretty cool deck from Shizzle. Alright, let me have a look and let me find the coverage. This was sort of pretty Labanya. Ah, okay, well, yeah. That makes sense. That makes total sense. 72 minutes till apparently we'll be going live, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. But no, they're pretty good with when they go live. It's just when we'll get stuff. Right. Alright, just gonna stop the music. Where's my music tab? Alright, and then I'll come here. Load this up. I think I'm good. Come over. Yeah, 72 minutes before they go live. Yeah. So let me just grab this, go here. Alright, so this is gonna be the cup. Like smacked my desk. Not 12 minutes. I wish, Hugo. I wish. I mean, I wish we were already live with coverage. If they went live at like 9 o'clock, we'd already be there. My light. I smacked my light, and my whole setup is just breaking. There we go. We're back. We're back. Right. So, what time in the US? I do have a tab somewhere for that. I'll just do time in Vegas. It is currently 9:49. Round 1 will be starting in 10 minutes in Vegas. Right, so this was Alan versus Kendo. So Alan wins this one. I think most people saw this one. Very weird thing is like game 2, like Kendo just like randomly scoops, but Alan is just so far ahead in this board state as we can see here. Alright, we got a 5-0 Ari versus an Azir. Interesting. Alright, let's quickly go through this sort of thing, chat. So round 1 is starting in 12 minutes, but they're not actually going. They're always doing an hour of extra time for the stream. So that means they can just switch over quickly. Oh, sadly, we've got 72 minutes. Well, now 70 minutes till they'll be going live with it. So Azir goes in, card the week, draw 2 cards. Ari, the Poro dies. Blue Ari gets played from the legend position. Coming over. Coming in, playing Azir? No? He's just tapped out. He's only got 3 runes, no calm runes. Oh, he played another Call of the Week. Jesus. Alright. Damn, dude, I'm like surprised that we're seeing like a blue, like Ari actually undefeated. That's nuts. Now we know that neither of these players were undefeated at the very end of day one. On which website do you see the Vegas Bologna? What, the coverage alpha? Or are you asking about, like, results? Go here, get Ian by the Green Azir, hidden blade, kill that. Zonya gets popped. Meanwhile, you follow it live. So it's on YouTube under the Riftbound channel, or they'll be live on Twitch as well. I will also be co-streaming the first round. He's got Singularity on guard. Like, I mean, I think this Ari player can't lose from the spot. He's a 5-point advantage up. This is now killing just this. Jesus, yeah, this game's kind of over. Coming in for 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Okay, so the Azir eats. God, this is just rough, man. Because of the RE legend ability, obviously it was -1, so there's just so much that you're just trying to fight through. All right, Nightingale wins game 1. Is this match kind of unwinnable? It feels like actually watching that first game, that was kind of unwinnable for Azir. Through the sheer fact, like, having your having your soldiers become recruits, this feels so rough. No, went too fast. What are we thinking here? What do we think? What is?
But that's my guess here. Well, you get to wait for each beginning phase, I believe. So Ari has a little bit of extra time to remember. Definitely gonna remember now if that's the trigger is great.
Yo, Matteo, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Just the longest judge call. We're not skipping through all of this. All right. Anyway. Oh, it was Arena's greatest they were asking. They should have just, like, just go, yeah, just thumbs up, we're on coverage. Just shrug shoulders, just, like, if one of us gets it, both of us gets it. Like, don't be weird. Like, I think being weird about stuff like that, let's just be honest. Like, I always ask my opponents if we can just shortcut this. And of course, potentially that qualification and in the top 8 of this event as well. So what's to play for here? As we do finally get what do you think they're gonna fix with the Draven meta? It looks like it works too well. I think Draven is actually a very healthy menace for the thing. There's multiple ways of beating it. It has a pretty decent Kai'Sa matchup. The Ezreal matchup is actually pretty good. Miracle is, like, arguably the better version as well. So it's one of those very unique things where you actually assume fully that it would be, it's kind of bad, but having a boogeyman is actually kind of a good thing, especially when people are going for things like metal cards. It genuinely means that people have to get that thing. Alright, you didn't hear a thing. Alright, I don't know why ads were playing. God, that's weird. I didn't press a button. I've been just sitting here. So the reason I think it's actually good is, one, to have a boogeyman in the format where there is a genuinely good target on the back, especially when people are metal card hunting. It means they can, like, tech their deck in a sense. For a deck, they're going to see 20 to 30%, right? Number 2, it actually is also beneficial because Ezreal has a good matchup into mid-range, as does Kai'Sa, as does a few other decks. Mid-range is, like, the quote-unquote easier deck to play. Miracle is the strictly better one to play, but piling it correctly is very hard, and it's not unbeatable. Like, it's super beatable. Sivir is probably better than it. Some Aurora decks can just go bigger than them. So I don't necessarily think it's a problem. I think the biggest problem is the fact that Draven draws, like, more than one card. If you get to exploit Draven in a turn cycle, like, if you get to draw, like, 3 to 4 cards off of Draven in, like, 2 to 3 turn cycles, that's when it becomes, that's the biggest issue with Draven. Otherwise, I think Draven would, maybe if it was only one card per full turn cycle that you have to exhaust him, I think Annie might even be the better Miracle deck. I don't know what's going on with the stream. Again, this feels like this is pretty doable for Ari because they've got like infinite cards in their hand.
You have a lot of kind of efficient might just lying around your base every now and then.
Yeah, and you can kind of manipulate it with those different equipments and then still regenerate it if you're able to find.
If it was only draw one per turn cycle that you had to exhaust him, I think we'd be right. I think absolutely. I mean, I'm enjoying playing Annie at the moment, but at the same time, it's really hard to justify it when you can draw like 3 to 4 cards in a turn. Like I became a Draven gamer, mid range, but like I think in the grand scale of things, it's probably smarter to play something else. I think it was smarter to probably play. Yeah, I think it was smarter to play Miracle. Traditional Draven is just, like, mid-range Draven is just a very good deck. It's the quote-unquote good stuff deck, but it's very beatable. Alright, so that goes down to 2, so that's 5. Brute. Oh my god. Did he just Sterix Gauge out of nowhere? He does. He just goes, Sterix, what you got? And the Azir player goes, I'm tapped out. I can't beat that. Oh my god. That's nutty. Wow. Let's listen to the Ari player. That's crazy. An Ari player is like 6-0, made day 2. Alright, lifting up the volume.
Because it's working for you so far.
In set 1, I played exclusively Ari.
Man's a one-trick.
Anti-meta deck that's continued a Time Warp build. I used Green Master Yi's in that deck. So I just was really familiar with Ari and decided to just continue using it in set 2. Since this is my first event of this caliber, I just was what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, that makes sense, and it's working great. I wanted to ask you a little bit about the matchups. You said you originally built kind of like an anti-meta Ari build. I assume you've kind of gone a similar direction. Have you been kind of hitting the matchups you want to see?
Sort of.
Man has not seen just like a Draven
today so far, which is the worst matchup.
Sorry.
But
what's the worst matchup?
It hasn't been an easy route.
I took
build. I assume you've kind of gone.
Sort of. I've dodged Irelia all of today so far, which is the worst matchup.
I can understand that.
But it hasn't been an easy route.
Doesn't count.
I actually won 2 matches by 1 might. I beat a Kai'Sa so I played a Jinx Miracle, Kai'Sa, Draven Miracle, Draven mid-range, and then now it's here.
Ari
and then
might
the
be
Kai'Sa
good into
and
Miracle.
Draven mid-range matchup, I won by exactly 1 might. So it's been a very, I would say, fortuitous and lucky journey so far.
You have any shout-outs that you'd like to give before we send it back?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out my friends on the secret server and Tog. Tog actually helped me build this new version of Ari. I just found my original deck I was gonna bring was functionally commander deck. When you went on Pro Tour Over Archive, it was 6 rows. But I changed it to this one, and I feel much better because when I was playing Tog, he told me the equipments were really good. So yeah, I would like to really thank Tog for helping me build this deck.
All right, well, with that 6th win, you've locked yourself for day 2, so good luck tomorrow as well, and the rest of your round today, and we'll send it back over to the desk.
Lovely battering ram being.
We'll talk. I don't know who you are yet, but I'm going to need to build all my decks as well because that deck looks amazing.
Yeah, so cool.
A lot more dealable.
It's going to be really set up for this Zon War. They'd love to see.
Miracle Draven. Come on. Come on, YouTube. You can do it. Miracle Draven versus Jack.
We'll see how things go, because the first game did go to Draven. I'm sure Soup Fiesta has hit some Dravens already on the way to 5-0, but perhaps this is the one that stops the perfect record.
Right, Jax versus Miracle Draven.
I mean, you don't need a perfect record to make it to day 2, so I would be excited to see Jax there if they can make it. We do get that Lonely Poro down on Jax's side. They are going first here, and now Draven has to find something. It looks like our first card is going to be that stack deck. No Nocturne just yet, but we will get to hand select one of 3.
This is Lonely
bottom way.
In,
The
playing on the Poro, play
good for the Nocturne player, but Duncan
switching over, play seal,
Axe
floating,
already
going
into that.
in.
Something.
Oh, he has to discard draw first.
Have to resolve it. Now spinning axe.
Okay,
Yep.
discard,
Good catch.
Discard Arasa, draws,
But
play spinning axe, traveling merchant,
And Jack is gonna come out with Draven.
with a last right.
Native on this card.
So if we
And
can
the first
kill
time I
this
conquered,
merchant, that's going to be
Win
huge
you-
value. We can't do
Glad
that,
you
so we're
loop
flickering
there
in
with the
and out,
traveling
flickering
merchant,
in
getting
and
it.
out.
So
Wait, did we just
so
play...
nice to be able to protect.
Lucian here, gonna go to the G8.
Oh, we're playing
Part
Lucian,
of the
playing a
grid.
first
That's
mate,
exactly what
flickering
happened
in
with
and out,
Lucian,
get a
thanks to
point.
first mate coming in there for Super Fiesta and readying
Alright,
that.
so ready.
We'll say this may be the largest.
This is Nocturne going to be seen off the stack deck, and that very
Ooh.
convenient seal of Discord is going to make that discount feel pretty nice.
That will be so nice. And to note, that does mean
Normally
Traveling
it's correct to
Merchant
take
is a
second
mighty
seal.
unit. So if he moves into Sunken
What was the
Temple,
other
I've
card?
never
If it was
called
a
Traveling
cool shot, I
Merchant
can
mighty
see
before
taking
in
a
my
cool shot. It
life,
was a
but we
battering
will
ram.
potentially be able to
Battering
get that
ram, I
draw.
think, yeah, you
Which
just put that on the bottom. You've already, you don't
it may
need
be
it
literally
right
the
this
first
second.
Traveling Merchant ever to do so on Sunken
I think
Temple.
certainly one of the first to ever do it on Sunken Temple. Certainly on this stream, I have to imagine.
Take the Nocturne. You've got to have more to
We
do.
don't
Oh, you're playing a battering ram as well. Yeah, you're fine.
have your
You only get to do that because you played the seal. Alright, this Lucian is massive.
Pretty big at this stage.
We're on 3-2, but Miracle Draven's about to do that. Challenge killing over, getting rid of the spinning axe, which is huge
yeah,
stuff.
exactly. A little bit of short
Razor,
cut,
I didn't
but
mean
for
to
the best.
abandon. I was a very ippy boy and had gone for 11
you may
hours.
kill this Lonely Poro, but if you do, I will
I'm
have
sorry.
+5 might
I
in
am
my hand.
sorry.
There will be a reckoning here. as Super Fiesta
Did you
upgrades
get any
2
new
points.
cards?
And again, Amando's board pretty nice.
Did
here.
you
There's
get any new
Duncan
ca-
and
oh, you
Battering
want a
Ram
new
on their
emote, though.
own.
That's what
9
you
might
want.
between the two. That's not
Alright,
counting
we'll
the
get
velocity and the
Madge.
potential shove,
Fine.
plus the other
I'll give
tricks
that to you.
Amando could have, plus the
Alright,
extra
let me
units that may
load
be
up
at play.
7
There's a
TV.
cold shot here. Again, tap those 2 seals and
I'll
repeat
do
it.
that
Something
much.
we've seen a lot there.
How does that
Nice spy
sound?
Ezreal, that's going to make it even better the next time.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Hey, look, another seal.
Oh, that is nice. I was gonna say we were not able to discount the repeat because we don't have an Ezreal, so we had to pay both of with the Seals of Discord, but we hit the Ezreal.
Yeah, next time it's going to be even better there for the cold shot. And again, like you mentioned, in our Ezreal mirror, that's not just Ezreal that gets to do it. It's all the purple decks if they want to, I don't know, go through the trouble of putting Ezreal in their deck.
You owe us a Rumble
I
stream later.
mean,
Yeah, no, well, you know what,
maybe
Razor? I can
if
do
the
that.
card
I'll
draw
gladly
was
do a
strong
Rumble
in
stream.
card game,
I'm gonna have to play the I'm gonna have to play a best of Rumble at some point. We saw Rumble win round 1, didn't we? I think she actually made
That
day
is so nice
2.
for
I need to
Armando.
double check
Maybe not
Twitter
so nice
actually.
for us to wait.
Anyway, battering ram. Ezreal now on the battlefield with the last rights.
We can make a move back
Don't
in.
take the
This will
switcheroo. Put in, go in.
Next
Counter
time that
strike
unit
for a
would
lonely
be
Poro.
damage, prevent it, and draw
No
one. So
Rumble
kind
made
of
day
stunned,
2. Holy chief,
And
no!
then Nocturne will
Wow,
bounce back.
maybe
Able to
the
get a card
streamer
draw.
was right.
Hello, punch first.
Maybe the streamer was right. How does that feel, chat? Maybe I was right by my tier list. Actually, no, I was wrong. It's fine. Yeah, honestly, that's the bigger tragedy. Leona not making day 2. Double battering ram. 3 versus 4. We are going to see probably a flickering in Lucian in some capacity. Oro stays in. Lucian's coming in. Kills the battering ram. GA drops off. Flickering back over. Bringing in. Last mate's going to try and trade. Fight or flight. Pushing it back.
Yeah, that are going to be. I
Untap.
only have one of it.
Get
but
Rasa back.
Armando may not expect the punch.
Cost a single power thanks to
Nocturne.
Ezreal being on the board, and then the second seal may be 2 power that you already had in play.
No
from
Leo, no
seals,
Garen, no
and
Rumble.
Get, a bunch of cards in there
Yeah,
knocked on
I mean,
the
it's
battlefield.
bad.
That's a pretty good deal.
I don't know
That
if you
is
should
gonna be so nice.
be.
We saw him see that thermo
Shooting
beam.
your own
I
horn.
saw
I-
when he pulled thermo beam.
We're not going to talk
I
about the
almost was
Rek'Sai
wondering
player.
if
I've
he
already
was excited
apologized, though.
because
I
Jax is
apologize
built
for my
around his
ignorance.
equipment, and
Yep.
equipment's just
Savannah,
like
I missed
it's
your follow,
also
but
a
thank
gear
you
in
so
this
much
game,
for the
and
follow.
thermo
Welcome,
beam can
welcome
wipe
to the
out
stream.
every single one of them with a single
Last rights onto the this. I mean, another counter strike. Nope, no counter strike.
Yeah,
Don't know if I do
with
that.
12
Holy Chief, yo,
life
thank you
coming
so much
in,
for the
we
follow.
don't have
Much
enough
appreciated. Welcome,
heat.
welcome.
I'm gonna draw
5 versus 5, but double Lucian on the other side. I think this Jax player could definitely do something crazy.
Well, and now we're also
You have to be a Vi main next set or Vex. I'm not Razor. I'm sorry. But my main is going to be Diana next set because I am a Diana main. I'm a Leona Diana main. Like actually, I'm fully on board. I was a Leona main. I was a Diana main from like season 3. And I just played Diana. I actually miss old Diana with how the E and the R like got switched. But then I've always been a bit of a support appreciator. I own all the Sona skins. I own all the Diana skins. And then I was like, wait, Sona's getting a new skin. I want to get the new ranked skin. I need to grind. I need to actually get gold. I need to lock in for like the first time because I care for some reason because a champion I like has a skin. Then I won't go to Old Faithful. I go to Leona, and I basically have like an 85 win % in ranked, and just get all the way to gold. And I'm like, bang, I did it. This was during this like the same period I think that Ludwig was doing his climb, and I was like, mate, climbing's so easy. Anybody can do it. Yeah, so there's no way Lucian does this. Or does he? First mate going in for 3, 6, 7. So we're just trying to like kill something here. Alright, going in, equipping. Whoa, okay, so that's gonna. Oh, all of this comes in. We got no way of getting back over. Go to 6 versus 6. Raven, spinning axe, Rek'Sai. That's spinning axe like number 4. Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Oh my gosh, overzealous fan, a hidden as well for
the game.
Yeah, alright. Raven player wins.
0-5-0.
No surprise. Blah 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 blah.
Great decks here, and what a fantastic job.
Right, skipping straight over.
Battering ram for free.
Where do we see what champs will be added next set? So we've only been like shown spoilers at the moment. So we've got mid-range versus Miracle Draven, 5-on-1. So these players are low-key fighting for their lives to make day 2. Another loss here will put them in a very precarious situation.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so, right? Like if you miss your draw engines in the Miracle
No.
version, it is possible.
I'm saying that to the light, chat, not to you. So what is it? Riftbound set 3 legends.
The floor of missing that early on.
So we know Diana's in it, we know Pyke's in it, Vi, Rengar, LeBlanc, Master Yi.
Card draw engines and stranding the mirror.
Alright, well, we got a fist bump. We are off to go here. We've got Zod
Vex
on Kalor's side. And
we know 6 out of the 9?
And rocking and rolling. Getting all ready to roll. And
am I right by that, chat?
2 runes and a pass.
Yeah, but I did see a seal and a called shot being picked up in that hand, so I think
Rengar,
the races,
Master Yi, LeBlanc, Vi.
You're just looking for Ezreal,
Pyke,
as soon as
Diana,
possible.
Vex.
And realistically, turn 2
That's 7, right?
Turn 3, the ideal for Kalor.
Am I missing anything else?
Play the seal, play the Ezreal, play the called shot, and then ram, and we're going.
Yeah, different from Proving Grounds. We're getting a new one. Ozzy, yo, hello, how you doing?
Actually, nice to have the ability to play the stack deck and the 2-drop on the drop.
I'm a jungle main, so I'd love my boy Viego and Briar. Honestly, I love playing Briar in ARAM.
When you look at Miracle Draven,
love playing Briar.
Formulaic for how it likes to start, right? Turn 1, you can play.
I mean, it's all the color pairings, right?
Often the decks are very light on it. It's maybe like 3 copies of 2s. Some of them are more on like 6, but it's not that.
You thought it was just a champ unit? Oh, so we're just putting champ units on the boxes and stuff.
You just play Draven from the
I thought if they were on the boxes.
Don't try and get fancy. Just play Draven from the champs.
I thought if it was on the boxes, right?
This is when we can start to combo off. This is when we can start to consider.
That's the philosophy I'm using, right? So I got Spirit Forge box
here.
here. Oh no, you're right. Chat, you're right. There's a Yone on the Spirit Forge box.
Or more pieces of the combo.
But like on here, it's Lucian, Aurelia, Ezreal, Fiora, Raven, Azir, Ornn. It's just a random Yone that isn't there. But maybe. I can see that. Origins, was Misfortune, Teemo, Kai'Sa, Darius, Ahri, Yone, Jinx. So, I mean, it's 1 out of the 2 boxes where one of them wasn't it.
It looks like he decides to go off
It's stacked double seal. My thought is it's very likely that there are going to be some amount of rams in this hand, which is why
I mean, I wouldn't mind it if they actually bring it out, because you could imagine when they were building these, Proving Grounds was meant to be seen as the bad versions, and then they would bring out like the quote-unquote actual good version of the Legend, right?
Called shot, and I missed the other card, but the called shot was the clear take.
Quickly taken as well. So
all right, anyway.
Yet. How about another Noxus?
Coming in, double Noxus Hopeful into a battering ram, passing. This is an insane start for the Miracle player.
Turn 3, it's nothing to scoff at, but
Yone just on every box. I mean, anything to get more sales, right? If it's either Yone or Yasuo, right? We've just get the boys out there and get them sales. Come on, come on. Guys are coming in, drawing a card. I mean, you just want to develop now if you're the mid-range player here. Riding the Wind. I don't like this. In my opinion, if you're going to do Ride the Wind, I don't know. I mean, I guess he's just going to Miracle over, draw another card, discard, get another point, go to 2 points. Just to draw first before you do Kai'Sa trigger draw, and then you do discard draw for the Zorn Warrens, and then you're just going to pull her back. So it's just the standard boing, 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 super protected. It's like, do you value having the extra point, extra draw? It's basically making it so Ride the Wind cycles itself, right? Which is like pretty valuable.
If you can get as close as possible to the Might of Miracle, we already talked about how you're.
I mean, I do a very similar play when I play Annie. Like, if you can just steal extra points, I think it's important. Especially when you're looking at like this board, you don't want to be on either of these boards because you also don't want to allow the enemy Draven to actually draw a card.
Spinning axe becomes difficult.
But we have to develop. Okay, so we're playing Draven, stack deck. We should definitely be doing stack deck first, because I think if we see a second Kai'Sa, we might want to play that. But we're playing Draven, so that's fine. Ezreal comes down for Miracle, cool shot, so we're getting value already right away from the player. Battering ram in, discarding another card, discarding a salvage. Oh my god, a scrap heap goes down, draw 2 cards.
The velocity of his deck is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Another Noxus Hope will be nice. We've played 1, 2. We only played like 2 cards this turn. So we're not really in battering ram. Alright, well, we're just going to cycle. This will be card number 3. So we can now play a battering ram as well if we see it. There's a scrap heap there. We're going to take a fizz, which makes total sense. We've got a bunch of stuff in there. We got scrap heap Ezreal. So no, both the scrap heaps are on the bottom of the deck for the Miracle player, but I don't actually think we care too much at this point. We've got battering ram in hand at the very front, or we can play stack deck first into the battering ram to go to 1. So, I mean, this is now a Miracle player who's fully gone off. Infinite cards have been played. We, like, actually don't have to do anything crazy here. I don't even think we go onto the other battlefield. I think we just fully commit to this one at the moment of the Zorn Warrens. Yep, yeah, no, full commit. Put 18 on there, pass. There's no way the mid-range Draven player is going to be realistically able to fight through that. I mean, you can sometimes do crazy big turns, but it's just very difficult to actually do that. Guys are going in, drawing a card. Stack deck to try and find filter. If you're this... Man, I don't know what you're trying to look for now as the mid-range player. Like, you're just never getting on the other battlefield, so you've just got to go try and develop on your backline. Darius...
Classic.
Yeah, 7 plus 6, 13. Like, you're still short.
Overall ahead.
It's just, you're not doing anything. Falling Star... Falling Star in this spot is so rough. Like, consider it, right? It's like, you can kill, like, a battering ram, and then you still are, like, 1 short with these 2. You could kill an Ezreal, which is, like, the card that's going off. The problem is the opponent has already done a bunch of their cool shots, so you're not really getting a lot of value from here. You can kill the Draven, right, which is throwing in the Kai'Sa. I think that's realistically the best thing you can do. The problem is you're doing this so defensively. So if you wanted to protect the Kai'Sa, you could move the Overzealous fan here, kill the Draven, and then you know you're going to be able to pull back. The problem is, like, you've just got no good way of going offense because the opponent has so much value here. And the problem is, I mean, they've put a bunch of stuff to the bottom, so you're probably safe in 9 times out of 10 situations. The problem is you just can't allow them to draw, and you getting to draw in this situation is going to be very, very difficult.
But
so he does decide to kill the Draven because he wants to protect his Kai'Sa, but then you've got to put the Overzealous fan, as I said there. You've got to move that up because you need to give protection. We know he's got a Fizz in hand, so it's going to be very difficult to actually protect this Kai'Sa and everything else. We're going to go Seal, stack deck, called shot. We're going to probably find something. I'm not sure. He gets another Nocturne from all of these checkouts. Another Nocturne! My lord, Kalgar! You are a powerful wizard. I want to be this good. Honestly, it's seeing stuff like this, man, and I'm like, yeah, I should play Miracle. This is what makes Miracle look fun, right? Like when you just go, you just blur out everything. What's crazy is we know there's a Nocturne in his discard.
Look to attack. Is gonna be hasn't been in bot stack or units before we hit this critical.
I mean, mid range is ramping up. They've done another development turn. Ezreal's gonna go there. We've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 23 might just chilling on Zone Warrens, and we are now preparing to go on the other battlefield. Kai'Sa onto that battlefield, drawing. We can see Spinning Axe, Kai'Sa, stack deck. I think it's double Kai'Sa, stack deck, hard bargain, Mind Splitter. Right, you're going to get the bad news, buddy. I'm sorry to say this, Spicy Noodles. You have already fallen far too far behind.
Not sure how I feel about it'll still trade for some amount of might. I think developing the Mind Switcher then makes sense. Admitting trades to
Oh, he's going to play...
He's going to hop on over to one of the Nocturnes.
Okay, he's going to play a Spinning Axe onto this, and then we're going to see, yeah, a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. I mean, you take the Fizz here. You take the Fizz. You just don't even bother with anything else. You take Fizz. Take Fizz. Take Fizz. Take Fizz. Fizz is the only card that actually does anything here. Everything else is fine. I mean, the Rasa, it's like, okay, the Rasa is going to come down with, like, Accelerate, but it's like, whatever. Whoa, okay, okay, we are going for the full stack.
So what is that?
So we have a lot. That's 20. Of course, Overzealous fan gets to push back.
I need to just double check what the card Bushwhack does, because I felt like I know what it does.
Then it gets a little bit closer after the bounce. And there's a Spinning Axe in the hand for Spicy Noodles. Plus, he knows that Kalor doesn't have any tricks that.
Is there a Twitch bot similar to the Magic the Gathering bot where you can like exclamation mark like search a card or like card
+2. It could be relevant.
Is that a thing for Riftbound yet?
But without going through and doing every single point of math for both sides, my expert opinion here in this moment, Jim, is
friendly
that,
units enter ready this turn. Yeah, it's just friendly units.
Going to be ahead, but we are seeing a
thank you, Holy Chief.
Traveling Merchant played, then moved to get rid of a second Bushwhack. Did he know? I think that play
too busy. Nocturne, Raza, Ezreal.
To be like, oh, draw, but I don't think that matters. You wouldn't have probably know it and not
all of these numbers
about that exactly. Oh yeah, I just want to get this Ross.
Oh yeah, because Nocturne's got ganking.
Nocturne, Raza, Ezreal, double ram.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna speed through. It looks like the Miracle player has got enough here to kill everything. Reaver's Rogue triggers. If I'm there, I'm like sad. You've got to use this. Get rid of the Nocturne.
From there on to 30.
He's got a Spinning Axe. Spinning Axe will do it. Rebuke is actually just backbreaking now. You rebuke the Noxus Hopeful to get rid of the one with the Spinning Axe. Oh, was it Draven with Spinning Axe?
There you go.
Or Kai'Sa with Spinning Axe? Look, the fact that the unit with Spinning Axe is not going there. Oh my god, and the Miracle player wins. Spinning Axe is going to get discarded as well. He draws a card because Miracle, but yeah, this game's already over. Yeah, we don't need to see this. We're going to game 2.
Not being on those magical 4 runes, it's Traveling Merchant. I'm sorry, Treasure Hunter, sorry.
Can be hidden, so kind of bluffs a fight or flight if you need. I mean, that's a cool thing. I mean, the reason you would hide it is if you know you're going to get a full turn cycle.
It's just going to come down to melee. And then now, I mean, this is turn 2.
The Miracle player, the Miracle Draven misplayed by not getting the free point from Reavers. Day 2 is hopefully starting on coverage in about 30 minutes. King in the the king in yellow.
Tends to be a little more slow and methodical. I do think that Kalor going
After
off
that, he could have just.
totally fine in that last one, the double
Oh, sorry.
sealed,
Yeah,
and
no,
just
absolutely.
accruing a lot of
No,
value.
Reddick, he
And
could
I
have
don't
done
think he had
that.
double hopeful until
Absolutely.
he started going off. And I think that's, you know,
Welcome,
that's
welcome, by
where
the way, to the chat.
He probably didn't have enough things to fully play in hand and wanted to find things because he had a lot of draw tools.
And by the way, everybody here, we will be co-streaming round number 1 before we raid over to another streamer or potentially the main stream. We're just this is the waiting room. We're watching over currently some of the last few matches of day 2 while we wait to go through. And I'm going quickly through these. Ooh, Jesus! Did not mean to do that. And then we're going to go from there. So, Overzealous Fan coming in, untapping 2, obviously Draven getting to do the Annie thing through the battlefields, mid-range with the Targon's Peak, Obelisk of Power. Obelisk of Power obviously on the draw is very powerful for Draven, especially Miracle Draven, because it means you're allowed to really min-max the amount of runes that you're able to play in the first few turns. What the?
Okay, well,
I guess not.
Alright, so... Wait.
First seal's
So...
get that first
attacks
point.
in.
Now 1-1. Okay, well,
I guess not.
How is he playing this for 2?
Yeah.
Again,
Oh, right.
Start of
He
the
played
big term. Looks
Cooled
like
Shot stack deck. So he's drawn
Okay,
one,
so, yeah, there's
2,
some amount of wanting to be
3
playing
cards.
Obelisk, some
Yeah.
amount of playing at home.
all right, that was a pretty good turn.
Ram.
That's a very good
We
start.
see a whole
Ram plus an Oxus Hopeful, and you're a mid-range player has gone. Oh, I feel like I've done some things. I felt horrible for losing player versus the Victor. Victor seems rough for low unit decks. Yeah, I mean Victor. I think Victor in general is far more is very well positioned in general within the metagame. The fact that Riptide Rex is like an actual good card, like low-key brings some happiness to my heart.
Grab heap, draw 3, you know, like this is the kind of thing you're trying to avoid. You really want this, you want to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, this Miracle Draven player is having the absolute time of his life. He's drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards this turn.
Come on.
Yeah, that's great.
Like he's just drawn 5 while also doing other stuff and developing. Like it's a little silly.
To enter combat as the attacker.
Alright, Falling Star to kill the Wandering Merchant and the Ezreal, but I mean, let's be real, I don't think it's doing too much, considering it's like, alright, you do all of this, and normally against like other decks, it would actually be insane, but it's just not doing anything here. Lots of gold was generated, but it doesn't really matter, because he had to pull back off with Ride the Wind, Cooled Shot.
Got another one in hand.
Yep, so, notably,
As, you know,
another one. Jeez.
Double knock.
Alright, double Nocturne in hand is a little sad for the Miracle player, but I mean, he's got an Ezreal. If he finds a Fizz, it's going to be really hard.
I the fan try and play when we this is what you have to go for in this spot for bigger unit. A lot of sense. Lowest might use. I think you might kind of be.
I mean, how do you do it?
Like,
Miracle is a bad rune split, I think.
I'd like to see that.
It might. I think he's 7-5, the way you'd expect it to be, with Chaos being the bigger one.
That could happen.
All right, so all the battering rams are coming in.
Yep, so we have all 3 rams are coming in.
Yeah,
they're all 5s.
Should be 8-4, not 5-7. I guess it depends on how many.
So you switch, but now Treasure Hunter is still a 5, and then
all
you're
right.
1-5-5. Yep. So all it does.
So this will hit one of the
raid with a.
rams.
Okay, Ram gets kicked back with a fight. Or. Yep. That doesn't really matter. The Bee's Knees TV, welcome to the chat. What's your reasoning for the 8-4 and not 7-5? I'm just interested in that one. Red.
Give a lot of information to Kalor.
Yeah, well, now we get to go off Fizz, play the Fizz, get to do the thing.
You are right. You are right. There is a small little amount of merit of making sure that these runes get spent.
Just keep winning. Like I mean, honestly, now we've got the cool shot with the Fizz, with the Ezreal and everything else. I feel like the mid-range player is just now actually just too far behind, sadly. Oh my god, the pierce. Dude, he just flashes a piercing light. Like, yeah, like the mid-range player needs to do what they're doing and getting points early game, but like they just get suffocated out. It's Mind Splitter going to 7, but it's like it just feels like he's got infinite cards buried. We do know that obviously he's got no. Oh my god, there's a rebuke.
Still definitely.
Is this live or rewatching yesterday's matches? We're rewatching some of the matches, Teeny Cloud at the moment, while we're waiting for day 1 to start. Day 1 should hopefully be starting.
for sure.
In about 30 minutes.
Going to game 3, you know, it's kind of tough. So we got Fizz and the Ram coming into the splitter, 8-7, and we see Fight or Flight. And going to push back the Ram.
Draven and Bush both need red. Feels like Seal covers purple most of the time, so 7 pines feels fine. You play Miracle. I think you have to go it. I think there are just. You also want to have Draven activations, right? Because that's how you can also like not lose points early game sometimes. You can very much fall behind to some of the hyper aggressive decks, and you need to have Draven himself be able to punch up a little bit. I mean, at least that's my understanding.
Here round 7 of the
Noodle's hand is Mind Splitter. Heard him say, assuming Spicy Noodle any attempt to hold makes.
Alright, go to 6. Go here. I mean, stack deck. Noxus Hopeful's going to have to go onto this. If he's got Spinning Axe comes in. The Darius does push him off. Darius is going to go here. We go for a full hold. Go to 7. Does our Miracle player have a way of punching through all of this? Wow, well. Well.
Good old Fizz rebuke.
Alright, so Fizz. Gonna go get.
Oh, he's gonna do this. Yeah, that's that. 2-2, 2-2. Smash this. I get where this guy's coming at, like being frustrated, but I mean, it feels like that's. As being the mid-range player, it feels like if Miracle has a half-decent draw, it just feels unwinnable in spots.
I do not believe 5-2 and 1.
All right, round 8 of 8. Victor, no, Lucian versus Victor. Yeah, Victor versus Lucian.
This is a true winning in, but also the win here. This can be the start of a submarine miracle.
5-1-1 for both these players.
And you're essentially guaranteed top 8 at
you can't be frustrated.
But you know, a loss here, you don't even make.
I am allowed to be frustrated. I absolutely am.
X1-1 being the maybe scariest, but also very exciting record to be at here, right? You can't lose anymore. But if you keep winning, top 8 is well within your reach.
You don't want to lose anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So
who wants to lose?
Just don't lose.
Yeah.
All right, Doran's Blade comes in. Broken Honor here on the play. Danix, our Victor player, is going to be going second. And we're going to see one little recruit token. And is there a second play to go along with it? There is not. So just a recruit. Passing back Broken Honor's way. A couple more runes. And I think one too many. That's okay, a little whoopsie there. And then
this is going to be hard to watch. Alright, I mean, yeah, this feels like unwinnable for Lucian. Like, you play Lucian and your hope is to never play against a single Victor player because Victor's, like look at the Color Week, look at this, like, the oh god, man, this just looks rough. Like, if you're the Victor player, you're like, huh, I guess I'll go make a gold, and then I have 50 different ways in which I want to kill this thing.
Right, it's a little bit annoying.
Oh my god, man!
With this curve, but it just is what
Do I
it is.
conquer? If yes, great. If no, whatever.
now,
yeah, it conquers. Cool. I got a 1. I will play 1 for Treasure Hoard. You pay 1 for Treasure Hoard here.
The Victor deck will be able to maybe use Hidden Blade, Call the Week, find other ways to kind of deal with the Lucian outside
Treasure
of combat.
Hoard, get the treasure, Call the Week, get another unit out, pass.
You've been able to use this recruit,
Get
the gold.
Stupefy God, there's actual infinite ways. You can also just kill your own guy if you want to.
Not really any other plays in the hand.
Yeah, alright, kill this, that's fine. Make another one.
And make another recruit, most likely, and just kind of keep on keeping on with what Victor loves to do.
Never mind, there's no way Lucian was. Yeah. I mean, this is in card games. We all know this. We all know this. In card games, there are sometimes just 70 or 80% win rate matchups. This feels like it for Victor. Victor basically has to see like all random unit garbage that doesn't really do much. They have to never see any of their removal, or if they do see it, the Lucian player always has like 2 or 3 random things in the back that they just don't care. Like they need the Poro in the previous turn, so it would have done something.
And that will allow this Poro to then have a Doran's Blade as a little treat.
This feels impossible to win. Like, actually impossible.
It's really thematic. The Poro's getting in there, it's getting all kitted up, and now it's forging a Doran's Blade for itself.
Probably Poro loves a little treat. And Poro should be very good in this matchup, right? So, of course, Victor, quite spell-based, a lot of removal spells, and that deflect certainly start to add up. So Poro's in, and now at 4 might, going back Danix's way. And Victor, a deck with a lot of big, powerful plays, so these higher rune counts start to get pretty scary.
Yeah, this is where Xin Zhao can actually make a lot of value. So a single more recruit being added to the backline here is going to allow Xin Zhao to enter ready, because you just need to have 2 or more other units in your base. When you play him, then he'll come in ready. And there's a stupefy
maybe if I was playing around Colorway, maybe I have a chance. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe if he had the Poro the previous turn and then would play the Lucian the previous turn, so like instead of playing the gear, he plays the Poro. Like, maybe that is. I'm pretty sure the dumbest Victor players can beat the smartest Lucian players. It's just that one-sided. Yeah. Super fun to play. Absolutely. Lucian, really fun to play. Horrible time to win any games with. Alright, I'm gonna just start zooming through this pretty quickly. Okay, Hextech Ray, kill the Poro, make a recruit. Yeah, you can play all your units, but guess what? Xin Zhao plus a recruit is just good enough. First mate, gonna get all of the stuff equipped to it. We're just gonna keep doing this, relentless pursuit. The Victor player goes, yeah, Hidden Blade. Like, man, what are they going to do? I feel bad, man. Alright, so this Poro is now going to try and do everything.
So we got a whole point.
Would I scoop here? High possibility. Oh my god. Watcher, kill your guy. Lucian's at 2 points, man. Like, just you can go next. It's okay to go next. Like, there's no chance, man. I'm sorry. There's just no chance you're winning.
And I really like.
I feel bad. All right, Kai'Sa equipping. Kai'Sa coming in. Yep. All right, my Watcher dies. All right, I've got Drag Under. Let's do this again. Oh, okay. Sabotage. All right, Riptide Rex plus Xin Zhao kills the Kai'Sa.
Lost a lot. Maybe a bit of resignation, kind of seeing the.
Oh, he's got Imperial Decree off the top. Because of course he does. Because of course he does.
And again,
on the board, we'll make this away.
He's just triple Xin Zhaoing him. Oh my god. Like, just not even caring. Yep. All right, that felt absolutely unwinnable. Now that it is a little sad. It is absolutely a little sad.
Qualifier, Las Vegas.
Right, so I think the problem is, like, we're in currently this weird point with the game where, like, set 2, purple has all the stuff between set 1 and set 2. But
I'm not really seeing any problems.
Once we get set 3, set 4, all the other colors will start getting better. Like, currently, I think the worst combination at the moment in the game is I think yellow. It's either orange green or it's yellow green.
Oh, okay. Like, there's nothing I can do.
It's orange green or yellow green is probably the worst. But at the moment, but like, I fully expect in like the next few sets they will get more toys, right? And everything will start evening out. I don't think things will actually crazy take things.
In these colors.
No, you have to sabotage to take the drag down. You can't also take everything. Just your Rune Runner and then hope they also don't have like a removal spell that also gets around because it's a sacrifice effect. Oh my god, man. Actually crazy.
Pressure's on for Broken Honor. Great start for Danik.
Lucian going in, make a recruit. Oh my god, Singularity, Facebreaker. Alright, Rune Runner. Rune Runner coming in. Victor has just got into 4 because Lucian is terrified to go in onto any of the battlefields, so they've just helped ball their runes up. Alright, tap, make a recruit. Make this, play a hidden card, pull the recruit back, pass. Imperial Decree, Wages of Pain, Facebreaker. Like, what do you do here?
That's going to be available for Danex, and you know we saw the walk I'm seeing for Broken Honor.
Right, Hidden Blade, kill my own guy, draw more cards. You play this, pass.
Very good argument.
Cool,
for just
so
not waiting until the final
draw. I mean, I think you just do the Imperial Decree just to kill a thing here. Oh no, I like doing this first. Go to 5, Imperial Decree, go in, kill the Rune Runner.
So good, right? So get it a little bit bigger. See a pursuit and
Relentless pursuit to save our guy.
A little less impressive.
We're in a weird spot. The Victor player's at 6. We're at 2. He's just hiding multiple cards. Draw 2, Hidden Blade. Draw 4. He's drawn 4 cards on his enemy's turn. Yeah, man, cool. You killed my Victor. Untap. Get more runes. Draw. I have a card of. This feels sad, man.
And then conquer
Singularity. Kill Bryn here. Kill the Yone. Go here. Do you have a way? Oh, right. Yeah. Wait, how did he get the Rune Runner? Oh, he plays Call of the Week.
And that is
yep.
Really had a nice
in and go to 8. Boom. Yep. I mean, this feels like one of those spots when you're this guy and your opponent flips over Victor. You're like, yeah, okay.
Our Victor player going to be playing for possibly a best of.
Immediately be able to cast Ezreal on your first turn. But Jojo not even gonna go for that. So just actually
Ezreal Aurelia.
And instead Aurelia is just gonna start the game 4 runes. And if we just see something like a Stella, I mean that's a massive early.
Looking at the timeline.
So you're just not spending a rune for Jojo.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean I would imagine I haven't seen a lot.
Yeah,
of
looking at the timeline, this is the final match.
Ezreal, it's not been super popular overall. But definitely this feels like kind of.
Did they for real show another Aurelia match? Now someone needs to be kicked for the choice of legends. So, yeah, I actually found out a little bit like this. Casanova actually tweeted out. Let me see if I can find that tweet. Do I have it? Let me see. So there was actually a problem with feature matches, and this was like out of the production team's side of stuff. Like they actually wanted to fix things. Let me find it.
What's going on here? What are you thinking about? Ezreal's like is often in no rush, right?
Yeah, no, I mean it really isn't. You kind of get to refund, you know, wasting, quote unquote, wasting runes. By
yeah, let me pull up this tweet
later with your Vex and Ezreal on board, and you know we are going to see could be a very good reason.
Oh right, I realized what I did.
You have the Vex in hand, you want to turn to Vex. However, you know. That is still kind of feeling like skip turn, and then immediately there's a Stella core, and that's still going to be a bit of a struggle. But you know, Stella.
I think I found the tweet. Yeah, I found the tweet here. Right.
Should be able to ready it via the Blade Dancer and then move it back.
So yeah, this is what was going down. Let me just full screen this. So many people declining to be on feature match made me sad. We lost some insane matchups all day and had to scramble. Luckily, game quality has still felt nice, and they've been having a ton of fun. So obviously, I'm like, you lose. I mean, I fully agree with Alan here. You lose a minimum amount of EV in deck reveal, but at the end of the day, you can do well regardless. People know my whole deck list before Houston on Bologna, and it got revealed during day 0. People scouting and posting on Twitter and X and Discord. Versus on stream. I do not understand the scare of witch hunting. I fully agree with this. Like, Alan's, like, absolutely there. But I suggested an alternative, chat. So it's a real shame that this happened. In the future, to prevent deck lists from being shared, a general version of the deck can be shown rather than explicit deck lists themselves. So this is what Magic the Gathering do with their Wizards coverage. And I know Pokemon do this as well. They don't actually show the explicit deck lists unless it's like at a really high premier level event. What they'll do is they'll have like a general version of the list. So if it's like been doing well on Magic Online, or obviously we don't have like an online client at the moment, my suggestion for this sort of thing would be you would just have someone like Casanova just build a version. Like if you say, hey, build me a miracle list. Or what you could do is you could look over at Bologna, or if you've had other events, you could look at China. This is where you can still get deck lists, but you don't have to like explicitly get the deck list at hand, right? This would be my suggestion. And it would also allow more people to be on feature match. But I'm still glad we got to see the Leona mirror and the Ezreal mirror. Like, it was still really high level, right? So this is just what I would do. If I had that opportunity, I would suggest this. If I was running the production, I would suggest doing this sort of thing. It is a lot more work, don't get me wrong. But I'm available for work. I'm available. If anyone's out there, I'm suggesting those ideas. I am also free. I'm down to work and do this and improve the broadcast. I think the broadcast has been great so far, and I would be more than happy to help. Whether that's consoling, whether that's working on the back end. I just love Riftbound. I'm just gonna be real. I just love Riftbound.
This is just saying that it is fine if you would like to kill all of my units. I will develop the Aurelia on the next turn with the Guardian Angel, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, almost surprising to see, all right, you can just have my units. The runes are more important. This shows to me.
I mean, knowing the info is correct, but you flip this information when you before you present battlefields. But I don't think it makes a difference.
So Herder's gonna hang out. Herder's like, wait.
I mean, yeah, it is close, but like it just doesn't. It just doesn't. Like the grand scale of things, it just doesn't matter.
So
like
JoJo's
realistically,
JoJo now,
like a good player, and I'll toot my own horn here. When I was probably at my peak in Magic, you could play like a land and one card, and I could probably know you're 60. Sometimes you're 75. Like I was that like clued into what every deck was doing. I think you're losing such a tiny amount of EV per match. And once you get to like the top matches, everybody starts knowing what everybody else is playing. So like it's like especially once you're in the top 20 tables and consistently floating there, like you know what everybody else is doing.
Spells are now free. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, basically. Just do whatever you want.
Yeah, Well, as soon as this happens and you get a Vex in a combo,
I don't think we're losing a huge amount of points.
But yeah, gonna start with Call Shot, and that is.
And like I get what you're saying with the Aurora thing. I think that you're red. You're not wrong. Like you're absolutely right in that regard. The problem is, it's like you can just like prepare for your worst matchups.
Does some quite powerful stuff. Does make you do things at a certain time.
Yeah, absolutely, Holy Chief. But like people don't want to like reveal that deck list ahead of time. And like we do understand this. It's just like that's why I'm suggesting you do a general deck list, right? Because then people don't have to worry too much. And like once you're on coverage, people are gonna know what you're playing. And I get people want to be like, oh, I don't want to hide. I want to hide it. If you're on a top table, people are gonna know what you're playing anyway. I don't think it's worth hiding that much.
What else can we continue to cast through?
Regardless, the match in question, I'm a big fan of playing the sneaky deckhand. Obviously, I was calling this out all day yesterday. This Aurelia player is actually kind of low-key going off at the moment, which is what you kind of need, but obviously this is an Ezreal player playing Vex.
One energy or one power when you have both of these online. You get to decide because you can reduce it all the way down.
So this reduces the cost of
explain the reductions.
Yep, we're explaining Vex.
Yeah. Let me talk you through Bellows Breath when you've got Vex and Ezreal, because this is something that people got to see.
We are talking like tiny percent points, but it's also something that people are more than I fully get. People are more than willing to like not want to like lose that sort of thing.
Is 2 energy and 2 power. Then you're allowed to stack.
And like I get it. I wouldn't want to lose it, right?
So Vex is going
it's just
to
like
reduce it
if
to
you do,
1 energy and 1
it
power.
sucks.
And then, because it's a repeat cost, Ezreal can reduce either the 1 energy or the 1 power. And that's how you're actually able to cast Bellows Breath for 0 energy and 1 power. Now, in this case, he did cast it for 1 energy. But you can cast it for 0
I feel like
Ezreal
has already turned the corner. Because we've got the Vex down, we've already removed some units.
To a minimum of
We're
1.
kind of
she's not the one
so far ahead.
0. It's the Ezreal that is. And I know that can be a little confusing. I hope I've explained it in a way. If you don't get it yet, we'll continue to see Ezreal all weekend, and I think by the end of it, you'll fully understand why these Bellows Breaths are being cast, essentially for free.
I got it.
There we go.
Frequent mentality to not go on stream too early. If you think it makes or breaks your tournament, you're not focusing on the right thing.
I can't even count.
I get there's hesitation. I think the other important thing to remember is if we come from a background of trading card game coverage, like I've been on coverage a few times, I am like super excited to get on coverage. And coverage always is seen as like this very special thing. Now, some coverages, they don't cover any form of the deck list. Some coverages, they'll just cover like the general version of what the deck does.
Yeah, I mean,
and at the moment, Riftbound is very keen to showcase what the actual death list of the players.
So I think I know where that 5 is going.
I think the happy medium is to just not play. I think the happy medium is to just do what my suggestion is, and I'm open to seeing that that's wrong. But you have general list versions. Like if you say someone's playing Hook Fiora, there was a Hook Fiora deck in China. You just grab that list and go, we saw this one a few months, like a month back, and this is what it looked like. Now, we don't know the explicit technology, so it'll be exciting to see if there's anything new. And then that's it.
See, already. And the
But I've got music playing from somewhere. Oh, it's because we're 15 minutes T-minus. 15 minutes T-minus.
all right, so Vex is getting in.
15 minutes till the mainstream.
Yeah, and you know it's kind of funny.
For 14 minutes.
Originally, Rebuke would have been able to be cast if this was an Aurelia running in, not a Vex. But because Vex is resetting the Vex reduction from JoJo by being in a mirror,
Listen, Cass.
Rebuke has now gone back to costing 2.
The only way to beat a bad guy with a Vex is a good guy with a Vex.
I guess so.
Yeah, I think we're in the best spot where
all right. Is this what it feels
we get
like?
the best of
Yeah.
both worlds,
Am I the baddie? Is Vex the
where
baddie? So
we don't have
don't
to
think it
worry too much
and,
about having your deck list leaked. You get to still get
how-
the prestige and fun of
Joe
being
needs to
on
be aware,
coverage,
the clock is
but at the
18
same time, we don't have
minutes,
to
and,
worry
we're
too
scheduled
much
not a very
about like.
fast deck. A draw here would be
Yeah, we don't have to worry too much
catastrophic
about
for
like
both
feeling
players,
like
so
we're
it's both
losing a
players
bunch of
both playing.
information or whatever, you know?
So
Like we kind of get a bit of everything.
I think this is just a stack deck. I mean, what else are we what else is being paid for with 1? I mean, is Stupefy?
I think there are other
Stupefy would open up
solutions.
Yeah,
so
Stupefy would be good.
I guess the Vex would just be trade for Guardian Angel, but
Yeah, it's worthwhile though.
yep.
Hmm.
So
Or you force a spell out of Astronation.
oh, hello.
That's
Factory
great.
recall and the
Snap
Defy. Okay, wow. So going for the recall to bounce the equipment. That's no good. Defy. So we're going to see the Vex battle go to the player with only 1 Vex in the deck. And it's now 2-1. That's a great spot. Vex is also mighty. A card can be drawn here as well. Factory recall. Cool stuff.
Yeah, I think Factory Recall, very underrated purple card, very strong in decks like Ezreal. It's a really good tech against Irelia because bouncing a Guardian Angel is effectively killing Guardian Angel in this matchup oftentimes.
Uh-oh. It's charm time. So the charm gets to Ezreal too. Astration says, I want all of it. I'm taking all of it. And now Vex is here. Hector by the Guardian Angel. JoJo got a lot of cards in hand, but that was a great turn.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the cards in hand are actually doing much at this point. You often want, you need to have those units in play to really make value of this, and really the Vex Ezreal combo is what's going to allow you to play.
Yeah, we shouldn't be witch hunting.
7
At the end of the day, we are playing a trading card game, which is a very much a luxury hobby. Like we pay a lot of money to play this hobby. And at the end of the day, it's just we're all here for fun. Now there is money on the line, but like
you see Rebuke, Discipline.
I just love the game. I love playing the game, and I don't think we should like be angry. People make mistakes. People do things unintentionally. If we all have good faith that everybody's trying to play in a good faith way.
So how do you feel Rebuke is used in a matchup like this?
Like judges and everybody else will also improve in time. Like this is just early game stuff.
Like, I suppose
it's just not that deep.
Launcher, but
It's really not. Like I just love the game, and I'm loving playing the game, and
right now,
I think like
that has to be
95,
for
98% of people I've met are like super kind, nice people. So
let's
I
be
think
real.
most
I
of
mean, that
chat
is
is like
three energy,
has demonstrated
3 power.
this. Like we're having a very
So,
civil
yeah, what else
discussion
are you seeing
about
Roman? Is Ezreal
open
matchup?
deck
I mean,
lists
it's
and
really
stuff,
Battlefield watching. Those are
and like
one
our
of the-
opinions
I
on
know
this sort of thing. But we're
Astronation
all
doesn't
kind of
exactly
like
know that. Maybe you
coming to
saw
the same
Watcher in the
conclusion of
last
like
game. Maybe it was a
there is
valuable
probably a
card,
solution
decided
here.
to keep
The current one is maybe not
Rebuke's in.
working for
It's also
everybody, and
possible
we're
that
kind
there's
of
just
missing
no
out
other
on some
cards on the
stuff.
board that
Hopefully
feel
we can
better
find a
than
solution in
Rebuke,
the
so
long
they're kind
run,
of
but
stranded in the matchup.
we want people to be
kind of
celebrated.
the
We want
power
to
of
see the
playing
top
control deck
players
like this
streaming,
where
playing
kind of
on
sidestepping
stream,
a lot of the interaction
and
format.
that's
And,
what's
you know,
awesome, you know? Like
all
we
of these
get to
units
see
have
high
really
quality
good abilities
matches
to
like
play
that
them,
Ezreal
so
mirror
weakening
match,
them can
right?
be
And like
painful. You know, if it's a clutch tempo
Alan
turn,
was
sure,
like
bounce
just
that
such a
Mind
master,
Splitter,
but like also
if it's not,
lost one
it's
of his
coming back
few
down to the
games
hard,
of the whole day, and we got to
Vex
see
is
that,
back out.
and that's so
And,
cool. Like it was
we're seeing
interesting to
Might
see
as well
like what
very
happens when a
good.
player
So,
like him,
while
who went
the turn
2-0
went very
most
well
of
versus
Bologna,
the previous turn,
like how does
Stan's
that
a
go?
little weak, and now also face
Pushing
up.
him to a game
Further
3,
down,
not an easy
so
feat to
might
do.
Play a lot of cards in hand. Try and start picking things apart.
Yeah, I mean, if he's got like
Yeah,
another
1 and
Vex,
2%
that
are
can
on
really
apples, and you have that in
turn it
every
on
community.
again.
And I think that
We know it's
genuinely
one
goes
of
for
Ezreal,
most
just a chance at one,
communities,
so
in
to
most
get another one, we
fandoms,
need to see
right?
Morbid Return come through for the side of JoJo, which we know is in the deck, just has not been seen yet.
You know when you're putting Morbid Return into your deck, you got a plan.
Oh yeah.
You know what you're doing.
you're returning a unit from your trash.
Really sad to hear, Reddick. I'm really sorry to hear that.
I took a card out of my jinx.
I hope things.
But
I hope things are very much like water off a duck's back. I'm sure your friend made a mistake, an honest mistake at the end of the day, and it's not something that it's really worth thinking too much about. Go Rizzer Gamers! We're in here. How are you, sir? Welcome to the chat.
But because there is Vax on the side of Aster Nation, it gets to kind of cancel it out in a lot of these spots. So, you know,
Res. Oh god, I'm struggling with that name. Whatever. Welcome.
About 12 might and a lot of.
It looks mega cooked for this Aurelia. I'm not gonna lie. But having a Vex of your own is pretty funny.
And
wow, the not so fast there was huge. 9 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 9 minutes till we actually get there.
Pass through. Maybe just fizz the factory recall.
Oh, factory reset.
That's a decent idea.
There you go. All right. So
getting rid of the GA.
No problem for a number of turns. JoJo says
is just a bounce effect, so we'll see if they catch that and he's able to grab it back. If not,
is there an extra counter to the Ezreal deck at the moment? Yes, it's called Play Annie. I'm not even joking. Annie actually has a good matchup. Ezreal's struggle like with the first few turns, and if you just go hyper aggro, like constantly in their face, they struggle. Yeah. Like Annie has a good matchup. Tell that to all the Annies that made day 2. I mean, if you don't play against that and you play against a bunch of Draven, you might want to hurt yourself. Kai'Sa is also like unwinnable. Well, it's not unwinnable. It's just very difficult.
Raven blooming at 5, you know, that's even. But if you start the combat, then Aster Nation now is going to have Vex online. You know, there's a pair of rebukes, right? That's going to be able to deal with some of this, and they get to be cast for 1 rune, 1 energy, and 1 power.
1 power rebukes are quite nice.
Oh yeah.
So. Student comes in. Student is a 5, right? Oh, but yeah, Vex is a 4 thanks to Student 5. So we're
I forgot to Student. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
So we're going to see the rebuke, and Student goes back. Of course, Mind Splitter is still there. Now, getting your Mind Splitter rebuked is not too bad, you know. So certainly it seeds the point for the turn, but can come back in next turn. You know, Aster Nation is at 5. Would be going to 6 potentially, but this game doesn't really feel point racy.
No, not really. I think Aster Nation's going to be really happy just going to 6 after this double rebuke. And then I would assume... I mean, there's not much development that can be done. Because, right, you've spent so many runes here. Going down to 3 runes, you're going to go up to 5. You could develop, technically, the Aurelia Fervent to go alongside this.
Sadly, we didn't get many Annies in day 2. I wish we had more Annies. The percentage of Annies was disappointing. Alright, I mean, the moment... Oh, you know it's over, I'm sorry. The moment they go, Bellows, flicker in this, push this back, good luck.
That's no...
Aurelia with 2 runes, Bellows go up to 5. Mind Splitter.
Wow.
Vex, Discipline, Sneaky Deckhand. Take the Discipline.
Yeah, only targeting effect 2, so spot was, and it's got no work to do.
Aurelia is a 5 going in. Oh, the draw!
End of the day, it's a +3/-2 when it's Aurelia Fervent.
Ooh, what are the moves? Oh my god! This is my favorite thing.
Shift's gonna come in.
Oh! Flicker it in, flicker it out, return it back to your hand. La da ti, la ta ta. Deflect, yeah. It's fine. No.
So, the Arcane Shift also has the 3 damage effect too. The only unit that Aster Nation has in play is the Aurelia. It has Deflect. So the question is, does the Deflect cost need to be paid if the Shift damage isn't relevant? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But that is going to bounce the Aurelia.
This is it. That's game, man. All right, 5 minutes. All right, so Ezreal wins game 1.
Try and get these points.
Ezreal definitely wins game 1. All right, game 3. We got 5 minutes. We got to speed run through this game.
Like
all right, I'm gonna just go in a little bit deeper. All right, Titana dies. Titana doesn't die. Wait, what happened?
Coming in. That's
Oh, wait, they took so long on their games. I didn't realize this. They're already in turns. What's going on? Oh my god. And because of this, Tie Turner, the Defiant Dance. Tie Turner going in because you target your other Tie Turner. Aurelia, Cycle Arun, go on to 2. Ezreal win. Wow, bro. That's nutty. Yo, Trinum. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for the follow.
Turns and it becomes a sub game.
That was it. We caught up with everything. What a stolen game. Yeah, I mean, both players were playing slow, so I mean, hey. And they were both in the draw bracket? Yeah, they were both 5-1-1, so they were both struggling to win anything. Like, it felt like that was kind of a speed test. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm being harsh, but that was my vibe from, like, flickering through this. Like, so much time was just, like, wasted at points. Anyway, 3 minutes. 3 minutes till the stream starts. Remember, chat, we're going to be only co-streaming Game 1, and then I'm going to love and leave you all, and then we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow for a stream where we're going to recap everything. Top 8, go through. We're going to go through top 8 in depth, and we'll have a full meta recap. And then Tuesday/Wednesday, we're going to be going through, recapping some of the best of decks, playing some of the decks on stream. So if you are enjoying the stream, a follow is appreciated. A sub is absolutely loved. And we have reached our sub goal, so we are going to be doing a crazy long stream at one point over the coming week or so, where we're going to be playing every single legend and trying to get a win with that. We reached our subscriber goal of 10. If we get to 25, I'll probably do another 12-hour stream, which will be a lot of fun. So we got to get to 25, though. 25. Is it 20 or 25 at the moment? Whatever my sub goal is. Slowly building it. Slowly going. But we will be also producing a YouTube video as well for the winning with every legend. If you know the streamer YouTuber Raren, we're going to be doing it kind of, well, I say I will be making it in the style that some of his content is made, because I think he's really, really good and he's kept Hearthstone content alive. Yo, Rest, thank you so much for the follow, and Giant Moose Bear as well. Thank you so much for the follow from both of you. Much appreciated. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, chat. 1 minute and 40 seconds till we get Riftbound Vegas. Day 2. Oh, what are we expecting, chat? What's some of your hot takes? What do you think we're going to see? What do you think's going to do well? Am I going to little? I sadly could not get a competitive one. If I was invited, I would love to attend. If I can't attend for that reason, I might try and go, but I could only play in side events, as sadly I was not able to get tickets for the main event. I would want to play the main event, personally speaking. I would really, in my heart of hearts, I would love with the community that I'm slowly trying to build on here and go for, if you know, you know, it was gonna be Leona. I'd love to go for the best of Leona card. Easier said than done, but I think that would be a really fun thing to do at Lille. But I'd have to get a competitor. Well, do I have receipts? You have receipts? If you could get me in, Mac. I mean, I'm listening. Oh, you're right, Razor. Absolutely. When he did the one push off, it should have been in hand. It would have made a difference, honestly. It actually would have made a huge difference, because then the discipline, you still get rid of the GA, but then the discipline still stays. Oh, both players missed that, as did the judge. That's rough. That's a rough one. Still no mirror matches. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a bingo. So if the bingo does pop up, we'll have to see that. I don't think we've got anything crazy. Oh, we've got a Draven wins on coverage.
We're back in the
So
entertainment
Draven
capital of the
did
world
win
for
on
day
coverage.
2 of Riftbound regional qualifiers in Las Vegas.
Nothing else has
Began with
happened.
the
We haven't seen a
Blade
single
Dancer,
Annie. This is
Glorious
not happening now.
Executioner, and the Prodigal Explorer all taking center stage. But a lone Rek'Sai the Void Burrower lurks on the 8-0.
Do you like how Rek'Sai wasn't
In the city
animated?
where stars are born
Like they were
and
not prepared.
legacies are forged. Our players dream.
They
of
were not
stamping
prepared
their
for
names
Rek'Sai,
into the
man.
history
I'm not
books.
prepared for Rek'Sai. Chat, you told me. Yeah, I know, chat, I know, you told me. An arcane shift. Yeah, complains about the arcane shift.
Welcome back to the
Did
booth
not
here
realize
at
that he actually had an
Qualifier
easier
Vegas.
win.
I'm Jim Davis, Casanova. We got day 2. Day 1 was incredible. We had fantastic matches up and down the board, really, really awesome events and great happenings. And now we get to do it all over again at a higher stakes with big prizes on the line.
Oh yeah, and we've got 6 undefeateds remaining. Trying
I
to
can't believe,
continue
dude,
this
we
run,
gotta have
guarantee
Rek'Sai.
that
I want
spot in the
Rek'Sai.
top 8. Hold on
I
as long
want
as possible
Rek'Sai.
before taking that first loss. A lot of familiar names, of course, but some new. We heard to mention there. Rek'Sai even sneaking in on
I
those top
still
tables.
can't
Very
understand
cool
how
to hear.
Rek'Sai did
So
it.
let's check out our schedule and see what's going on today. So we are, of course, on Championship Sunday. 5 rounds of Swiss. We have players playing 5 rounds Swiss today, going into our untimed single elimination top 8. Our players will battle it out for a champion, for a trophy, for prize money, and glory here on the stage in Las Vegas. And let's see what they're playing for. So we got, oh man, that's really, really cool. The Blade of the Ruined King champion promo and playmat. Of course, just, $6,000 to first place.
Pretty good.
Not too shabby. Our top 8 players will also get a Blade of the Ruined King top 8 promo. Second place, 3,000. Third and fourth,
Did Alan,
2,000.
do we know if
Top eight
Alan's
is
been able to
1,000.
sell
And
his
there's also
set,
prizes
chat?
going
Do we
down.
know?
Top 32, we got 500.
Obviously, he's about to get a
bucks
second
for
one,
9th
so,
through
I
12th,
mean,
17th through
he is going to have a
32nd.
monopoly on
And
this
the
promo.
promo is,
How
well,
insane if he
that's a nice
does.
prize spread.
Oh my
Really, really cool.
god, he's
We
got to
love
go for the
seeing,
3-peat
love
in Lil. I know he
we
did.
love seeing, cash
I know he's
money,
going for
really,
it.
really cool promos as well. But trophy, not mentioned on there, is of course.
Just
a
literally a
major
seat
factor
and
too,
left.
and the glory
Razor,
that
that's,
comes along
I
with
mean,
it. But
low-key
they're
true.
all deceived. For another
Yeah,
prize,
yeah,
which is
alright,
really
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
One of
Mac,
each of these
okay,
legends,
okay.
really,
I had to
really
rub
cool
it in
stuff.
the salt. I know. I mean, the owner's yellow, it's just, you
Not
can't play them.
only the trophy, the playmat.
Alright, we got the
title
repeat
of
advert.
champion on
I don't
the
blame them,
line
it's a good,
at
it's
this
a good
event, but
video.
Also, for all 28 legends, a best of metallic card for the
I
player
think it is on
places
sale.
the highest on each one. And if you haven't had a chance to see these in person, they are in this case right next to the merch wall, and they are gorgeous.
he has sold it?
Individual metallic detailing on every single one, completely unique backgrounds for each of these legends, and they are very limited in quantity as they will rotate out over time. So
Oh, he sold it
if
to the
this is your
broker.
opportunity to play your
Oh, the
favorite
guy that
legend,
like was
this is
buying
your
all
chance
of the
to
medal
actually
cards, right,
win
on
a
Twitter,
medal.
and then was posting about the ended up sale prices.
That case is so cool.
Yo, Wandering with Alice. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hope we're all excited for day 2 of Vegas, chat. I'm very excited. I think my hot take is going to be in the bingo. What do we have a chance? I think the best chance we have is we're going to get Teemo on feature. LS is still in the feature, ladies and gentlemen. LS, one of my streamers. There is a chance we can get LS on feature. I hope he's on feature, man. I can't believe we didn't get him on feature round 3. But then we got the Leona Mirror, and we got a unit get stunned, so I'm happy about that.
And sends us off to
We're gonna have to try that the Hook
launch
Leona
day on
deck,
May
chat.
8th,
By the way,
as
we're
well
gonna
as
have to
trip
give
in
that a go.
Hartford before we finally get even more sets coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, I'm excited for Hartford. That's my close to hometown across the Long Island Sound. And then we have in July the release of Vendetta. We got the enemy domains finally coming together for the first time. Very, very
I
exciting.
really
In
hope I'll
late
be able to
July.
make
And the
Barcelona
debut of
as a main
China
event player.
and the rest of the world being all on the same set.
Yes, that's huge. Now I'm very excited for that. We get the kind of the preview at the Chinese events. Now we're going to be on the same page, which is awesome. Then we're going to Barcelona and Singapore, 2 pretty awesome locations, until the release of Radiance in late October. And
he's selling it for 50K.
for the hometown event,
Damn.
for Riot.
That
Los
means
Angeles
Alan
in
probably
September.
sold it to
That's
him
gonna
for
be
like
a
40, 45K,
Oh, yeah,
and now
very
he's just
excited
trying to make a
for
nice little
that
5K
in
profit on
LA.
it.
It's always a fun place to go down and play, and especially with the Riot home turf, I'm sure that's going to be an absolute blowout.
All the stops I can only imagine. Don't quote me on it, but I'm sure.
I wish I had that
I'll
kind of
quote
money.
Yeah.
So that's the future.
I wish. I mean, I think we all wish, right, in the world we had that kind of money. That's like crazy life-changing sums of money, but you're also just willing to throw that much down on random stuff. All right, so let's talk this out. We've got
no strangers to
Miracle, Miracle
I mean,
Draven,
these are
Ezreal,
players that
Miracle
have
Draven,
topped
mid-range
in
Draven,
Houston,
Rek'Sai,
topped in
Draven,
Bologna,
mid-range.
on winning,
We
and now
assume.
in
We
Vegas,
believe
they are at
Chisel is
8-0.
on
They're
mid-range
building
Draven, assuming from a
huge
previous
legacies
1K
at
that he
the
played in.
beginning of Riftbound, showing that they are
Oh,
some
it's
of
the
most
best
dominant
of
players
one.
out
Is that
there.
the
And a big shout out
Randy
to
one?
Raccoon
I
at
can't
8-0.
help but
That
say
is
his
our
name like
Rek'Sai
that.
player, the
I don't know
only
why.
Rek'Sai
I keep
in
just
a
getting
sea
Macho
of
Man
Dravens,
Randy
and then Alan on
Savage just
Ezreal,
in
of
there.
course.
Yeah, I'm stoked for Rek'Sai. We got Awesome Rossum, former Magic Pro, also in there playing Draven
Not
as
gonna
well.
lie.
So
It's
with this
plus
round, we have the 6 undefeated players.
his
We're going to
game
call
has
that down
someone
to
willing to
3
pay
most
out like
likely
that.
blocks and weird draws.
True.
I suppose there are 2 other air quote undefeated
I mean, I do
players
think
drop
obviously
in
early
7th
on in the
place
game
at
people pay
7-0
crazy money,
and
then it
1.
will
Those players are
dip,
probably going to be
and then
battling each other
eventually
in
will
play
go back
already.
up, and there'll be
Looking on
certain
the,
cards that will be
page
worth
2,
infinite
we have our
money, and
7-1
certain cards.
players.
Like,
Plenty of players
we
here,
currently
all in
don't
the
know
hunt.
what the
7-1 is a
like the
great spot to be the
Charizard
one
is
for
gonna
Guppy.
be.
They got to win a lot of rounds.
At the
so
moment,
first round,
the
5
closest thing
rounds
to a
today.
Charizard is like
You don't really
Kai'Sa.
want to lose one at 7-1. Once you're at 7 or at X and 2, that's where you might be in a tiebreaker kind of snafu.
Yeah, and I want to give a quick call out to No Veggies on that screen. That's another one of our top 8 competitors from Houston, you know, being back in U.S. soil here in Vegas, giving it another run, another attempt at that top 8.
So cool seeing these familiar faces so early in the game, too, you know, showing the skill ceiling of the game and players just dominating. It's so cool.
All right, so wait, Ellis tweeted an hour ago, 2 other teamos besides myself. I've been awake for 30 hours. I believe I have the worst record of the 3, so I need to run like a god.
Look, I'm very happy that
we're getting the Rek'Sai on stream. Is there anything special about this list?
Leaning deck, of course, the 3 Immortal Phoenixes going alongside this.
No.
Falling Stars, your Piercing Lights, Call the Weeks, and it is.
No, there's nothing unique about this deck. I've basically played against this deck before.
Swarm build,
well,
but 2 copies of Sundisk, so really looking to make sure that these Immortal Phoenixes get to come into the
wait, Garcia's also playing Teemo?
It looks fairly
is he?
when it comes
oh, he's playing
to the
Ezreal. Oh, okay.
More
Okay.
units than we've seen previously, because sometimes we've seen things like Vengeance or we've seen Drag Under in the main board, and instead this is kind of leaning on, you know, the faithful manufacturers, the Dravens, a little bit more unit focused than we've seen on previous spell builds.
Yeah, and we got Raccoon here, of course, 8-0. Rek'Sai, you know, maybe feels a little more like a dark horse, maybe a metal.
This is table 1 as well on feature. Island's on
a great
table
run,
2.
Possibly top 8.
Yeah, I think it can make it towards there, because I think the Draven matchup is the thing that you actually get to find some value. You're a very tempo-oriented deck, especially with these like additional early drops that are being included. And so the big thing to look at is going to be Falling Star, Call the Week, how these can immediately impact the board.
Apparently at the moment, we're going to get also to see Grappler,
Draven, that is mostly
who's currently going for the best
4
of
Might
Lux.
as the
I think he's on the
breakpoints that you're
backup
seeing in that
feature.
deck. And Piercing Light lines up with that either baseline or with repeat at hitting 2 and 4 Might respectively at the very best.
All right, so we're going to see, I believe, that matchup against
we've got some things going out, chat.
Shizzle playing some Draven. Looks to be, we got a little mid-range.
Shizzle, we were right.
Crazy, just,
we were right. We were right, remember,
yeah,
everybody. We
so.
thought,
You know,
who called it out? Who called it out? Was it Razor? Razor, did you call it out? I'm going up in the chat. I'm trying to find it.
Kind of deal 9 2-drops in this. So it's really looking to go 2 into 4 and keep pushing from there. 2 to 4 to 6 even with the 3 main deck Ferris 4.
Someone went looking.
So those removal spells are going to line up quite well.
It was a Hugo.
Falling Star being
we found obviously that why is this floating here?
You've got this
what is going on here?
Things like Noxus Hopeful, Kai'Sa,
oh,
Draven,
they're clicking on
right?
cards
so
and pulling. I don't
what we're
like
looking
that.
At in this
I think there's a better way of doing this
how
graphic.
Can the Draven player play
I don't
around
like
the removal from the Rek'Sai
I don't like covering
and set
stuff.
up a good board to not get steamrolled early on and be able to start winning combats and drawing cards.
Not my
yeah,
time.
3 Ferris Forerunners in the main deck is not often seen.
But we were right. Shizzle is playing this. The only difference is he's playing the 2 Piercing Light. That's the big difference, and no Falling Stars.
Here They're going to be kind of enjoyable.
Interesting.
Yeah, they are, because, you know, the Rek'Sai is going to have 2 pieces of removal. That
Really, did we see it? Yes, we did. One Edge of
Probably
Night is kind of nice, I guess.
But then
I
you
think
need
you have to play
Falling
one
Star
Edge of
kinda
Night,
specifically
personally.
to deal with the secondary bodies that
I
come
played
out
one
as
Edge of
2
Night in my
crews.
list.
All right, so on the left, we've got Raccoon, our undefeated Rek'Sai player at 8-0, starting out on Zone
Yes, I did
1,
see,
and
though,
Shizzle,
the
our
Leona
regular
mirror
player
we've
on
got.
the right, starting out
Obviously,
on
that was like
Rivers Road.
traditional
One of
Leona
4
versus
Raven
Hook
players,
Leona.
6
We're going to have to
IU
play
players.
some Hook Leona
Players
on
getting ready to
the
go.
on the
Let's jump into
stream.
game 1.
We might do that tomorrow or over the coming
Game
days.
1 going to be Zon Warren's Reavers Row.
Not
Zon
sure
Warren's
what
very
day, but I
important for
will
the
be
Rek'Sai was to
streaming
try and start
almost
getting
every day
the
this
Phoenixes
coming
in
week.
bin
I'm going to
so that
try
you
and be
can
streaming
recur
every
them by
day
killing these spells. Phoenix,
around
when you are
like
able to
midday
kill a unit
UK
with a
time
spell,
for a few
Phoenix
hours.
can be recurred from your trash with 1 energy and 1
Playing
power.
none,
That's
but I
something
should
that
really
this
get
deck
one.
is
I mean, I
really
like
looking
it.
to
It's a
find.
card that I
This is that
sometimes
first
side
lane to
out
pick
in
up
spots.
alongside the
If I
2 drops
don't
of
feel like I
Zon's
need the
Broker,
extra
headed to
might,
Zon
or it's a
Warren's
matchup
next
where that
turn.
doesn't really
He's gonna be able
matter.
to give
But it's
Raccoon
really good
that
against
very first piece
Kaisers,
of
you know,
ammunition
like
that
where you play a
Alright,
hidden
so
thing,
Raccoon's
they go,
on the board.
oh,
On a spot.
that's a Fido Fly
Shizzle's way.
or
This is, of
something,
course,
and then
the
you
first
just go,
matchup of the day.
cool,
This is a big
bang,
one. You know,
done.
now you
So, point of question,
played
we're
all day
cheering for
yesterday,
Rek'Sai.
you lost the
Absolutely.
day, now you're in, you're on camera.
Me and the homies don't care for Draven. We're all in on the Rek'Sai here.
Having gotten warmed up.
I think Hook
necessarily.
Leona list had 2
And,
stun
Broker's
cards,
gonna
so
come
it's
in. We
probably
see a
just
hard cast
Victor
Edge of
Hook
Night
ported
for Shizzle.
Leona. He bricked. I mean, Leona, yeah, I mean, going Edge of Night, pass, conquer, flip 2, take this, put that. Really?
Under-Titan version, but notably there were no Under-Titans in this
Okay.
version that we saw. So instead,
Okay,
he's
he
gonna
knows
take
something
3-2
we don't
drop
know,
off the
chat.
top from that Poro and go for Honest Broker.
He just
because
wants to go
he does not
2-2,
want to
2-2.
He knows that his deck is going to have a lot of
Okay.
high power costs later on in the removal suite.
He knows
of
something.
that
I would have
Fox,
gone for
of
the
that
other
Vision
card.
Light.
I
You
would have gone
can't
for
really
the other
afford to get
card.
rid of your runes yet,
Now, obviously,
especially
this is for
because
development
we don't want
reasons.
those
He
to
wants to
start
go for the
bringing this
Poro.
Phoenix back over and over again.
It's a big statement.
Ah,
Shizzle's red
okay.
macro.
Yeah. No, I hear
Very
you. I hear you. We don't want to
Going back,
cycle our
Shizzle's
stuff.
right
We
now
want to
at
get
a 0,
runes.
2, 3
We need the
Phoenix.
runes.
Disadvantage, and now needs to get on the board and figure out what the next
Yeah, I
step
guess if you
is.
can't actually play anything,
this
you
is
really
where
need
the
to
pain
find more than
trade
anything a
comes through,
seal.
The only
Once you find a seal,
legal
then the
play as far
Rek'Sai
as
can actually
development
start
here is
going
to
off.
just play Draven. And if there's something like Cull the Weak, that would immediately be bad. So
Gross.
instead, Shizzle recognizing, hey, this spot is
Gross.
completely horrible. If I play my unit and I get blown out, then you're just going
At
to
least
score
we get
3
2 golds.
and probably hold the 5. Instead, Piercing Light, deal with the whole board from Rek'Sai, play nothing, and say, let's slow this game down until I can find some better cards, some safer developments.
He's
start
got more
getting this
2 drops.
Forerunner out instead.
All right, so at a pretty big cost there of 2 runes, but the board is now clear. Back on Raccoon to kind of fill things back up.
Also,
and get on.
Shizzle is
Raccoon's
playing
the
with the same layout that
right?
we play
Yeah,
out.
I mean, it is,
This
you
is
know,
how
very much
I
the style of Rek'Sai that he's built for the spell is kind of like
remember. This is how I
playing the spell
describe. I
Rek'Ai,
put
but
these
not a
here.
control version.
Then I have my
Purely a
deck, but I have my
tempo
deck
version, right? Like, using the
sideways.
spells,
And then I
willing
have
to
my
dump runes
graveyard
and just
here,
score
and then
points
I
as
have
fast
the
as
runes on
possible.
this side.
Never let Draven
So,
gain control of the board.
Shizzle's
If Draven
based.
gets the board state, you have kind of lost the game in the sense where you just don't have enough removal to keep up without just burning
Okay,
through all
with
of
the
your runes.
gold.
So wanting to stay ahead of the curve entirely.
Well,
And
we
it's
just
gonna
play the
find a
seal
but
here,
has to
right?
decide whether to draw it or play it. If you play it now, you're
Just
going
play
to DRAM more.
seal,
However,
because we
this is
want to
board
put
rush,
the
you get
piercing
to
light
just
in
draw both
hand.
cards. So
Wait.
next turn, when you actually have another power cost
Wait,
to play,
do we not have to
that's when
play
you go
one
for
of
the
them?
Seal of Rage. So love to see this from Raccoon.
All right, so Rek'Sai comes in accelerated, hits the Warrens, and we see the loot on the Warrens as well. And both cards go to hand.
You don't have to play it. Oh, I thought you
just
always
there
had to
you go.
play
So,
them.
Well set up on the board.
Every
Now
Rek'Sai
it's Shizzle's
I
turn
played
to
against,
make
they
some
always
moves,
just
see
played
if,
them. So I was just like, all right, I guess
Shizzle
you always
gets
had
the
to play
first
one,
pick
draw
in play.
one.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? We kind of have the question.
I mean, yeah,
that
the
was
piercing
asked
light's like
last
actual
turn
garbage. You want to
has
get rid
just
of
been
that.
delayed because he
You
had
can
to
play it if it
DRAM
costs
2
2 or
runes.
less
He doesn't
energy.
get to
Oh,
6
so
to
it's a
play Forerunner.
can.
So once again, it's like, okay, play Draven.
Otherwise, draw.
And then if there's just a
Oh.
Falling Star here, we're back to square one.
Good to
We're
know.
back to having nothing on board. Raccoon continuing to score. At
Pitsko.
least
The Pitski?
with this board not having
Yo,
a
thank you so
full
much for
suite
the
of
follow.
units,
Thank
Raccoon
you, thank
might
you.
be gated to just scoring the hold and having to run back and not actually
Rek'Sai,
be
come
able
back,
to conquer
go
onto
to
the
3.
Reavers Row. And I think that's just kind of where
This
Shizzle
Draven
is. You're
player
forced
has
to just
done
make this play, hope
nothing.
that there
They
isn't a
went turn
massive
1,
punish,
Edge of Night,
and
turn
really,
2,
we're gonna
piercing
see,
light,
there's a
turn
lot
3,
of cards
Draven.
that are in Raccoon's hand, but is there a perfect punish? Call of the Week doesn't quite get there because it's just.
Oh, it just reduces the cost by 2, but you don't actually have to play it.
As well. So
Although it would be insane right now if we can get some token generation,
right,
which we have the 3-drop one.
That we saw earlier.
So we're going to play the seal.
Seal's in a whole bunch of cards in hand.
1, 1.
And floating.
Yeah.
How about some more cards?
Yeah, I'm down to look a little bit
2.
deeper. Sundisk found. That's going to allow for the ability to score
Sundisk,
to 4.
cycle
Really big
1,
pickup to get the
one's
Sundisk.
floating at the moment. Steel
It
goes in
free, so you don't have to pay
hand.
the power cost as Void Rush did reduce it, and going to be able to draw the additional seal that was found for the next turn.
Sundisk gives the next thing you play accelerated. Legion already happens because we played a bunch of other stuff.
And Raccoon has been able to get there.
So
and now being able to play
this for 1. Well, we've already got 1 floating.
Going to be able to
Orc comes in, goes to 4, flip Rek'Sai, 1, 2.
Call
Call the week! It's happening, chat! Oh my god, chat!
Call the week. So now not only do you get to avoid combat with the Soaring Scout and give Draven a draw, you clear the board and re-ramp with
It's
that
actually
Scout.
gonna happen,
Even
chat.
more 2 drops to hit the board for Raccoon to set up to go to 6 on the next turn.
Wow, awesome, awesome hit. Now, there was a Phoenix that could have been deployed, right, over the Daring Poro?
No runes. Well, oh, yes,
because Nikki, I mean, the thing is, like, this is how I set my stuff out. This is how I set my stuff out. I don't like this board state, and there is no, like, explicit rules in, like, the actual rules book that you actually have to play with this layout. This is just how coverage would like you to play it. I understand your frustration. I fully understand your frustration. This is also how I would be on feature. So I'm sorry.
That Phoenix from the yard and save it for those better turns.
All right, so looking great here for Raccoon. 4 points.
When in Vegas, got a high roll. Is this live day 1? Yes. L. We are. This is it. We're here. Day 1. Undefeated. We're here.
And with Raccoon already on 4 points and the way kind of clear, things are looking very, very nice.
Now, I know there was... I'm pretty sure there was a Call of the Week in the hand for Raccoon.
If you never miss, it's a skill issue.
True.
True. And he had gone through enough.
Getting a Conquer with the Daring Poro.
I can't stand the idea of having Rune Deck and my main deck on the same side. Like, I personally could never do that.
On his own Warrens and looking for even more.
All right, go to 5, flicker Rek'Sai, tap.
And the question just kind of remains, does he actually have it?
2.
Thundersong off the top and Draven, very expensive cards, but Draven can still be a lot of might on the back row. No big reason to Bryn on this turn as there's no runes available for Shizzle.
I think you play Draven here.
Currently in the driver's seat is Raccoon.
Bryn is just 5. Do you want... I mean, it depends on the hand. If we know he's got, like, another 2 might, like a 2-cost unit, you want to give it Accelerate is the question. You could give it Accelerate if you really wanted to with Rek'Sai. So we're going to put that to the bottom. It's going to be a 4. Do we want to tap 1 and the Seal to give it Accelerate?
Exhausted 4 runes for it.
Oh, he used the Sundisk.
No,
oh my
this is full
god.
cost from Void Burrower. This was not a Void Rush.
Oh, I'm sorry, not a Void Rush. Void this, void that.
Go to
Voiding
6.
everywhere.
Discard.
So,
all right. Finishes the Warren's trigger, trashing a Daring Poro. I believe this is just a call that's going to come down.
I mean, we definitely are sequencing things a little bit weirdly here. All right. Ferocious Forerunner gets killed with Call of the Week.
Clear out the mechs, make an empty board once more. And that sure looks like a Falling Star to me.
Wow, Falling Star, kill everything.
Clear for the Rek'Sai.
Wow, Raccoon 8-0 with Rek'Sai.
My god, okay. Maybe if you hit like this, it's Rek'Sai's good.
Qualifier, Las Vegas. Back Shizzle's way. Shizzle's not been able to keep anything in play.
This is like, I don't know, yeah, Shizzle's got like, 0 points, nothing on the field. He has an Edge of Night.
Yeah, the exact cards that you need are the Call of the Week into Falling Star, and that's why I was saying I was curious about the initial look with the Void Burrower, but in my mind, that meant,
no Kai'Sa, no Darius.
I thought he was going to be looking for the Falling
Darius
Star
here.
afterwards, but no, it was
so you got to go Darius something, kick back the Draven, who just boings himself back with the Reaver's Row of your own making.
Both Rek'Sai and Draven are in play.
Does he have it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he can definitely play Darius plus the Noxus Hopeful, plus the Overzealous Fan that he's got.
Any removal spell can
and then he just loses it when Draven comes back in. This is game! This is game! That's game! Oh my god! This is that. It's GG. Oh my god! Game 1's gonna go to the Rek'Sai.
Kind of like finicky cards in hand. I saw Hard Bargain.
Draven bounces back. Draven comes back in. You cycle a red rune using the seal, and then Darius has to bounce himself back. If you don't want to do that, you can equip the Edge of Night, go to 7, and basically force them to have another thing. But because of the Accelerate on the Rek'Sai, you just don't care. You just don't care. It's so Jova. Yep, he's doing the exact sequence of play I said.
Darius, +2 might.
Now he's fully tapped, remember, chat. He's fully tapped out.
Where to go, if anywhere?
Well, with Darius...
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Going in
Jump
and
back,
being
and then he gets to go,
unless there's a
okay.
hidden card to maybe help here. Raccoon just kind of
I mean, he's got to equip now.
On this next turn to try and
he's got to equip the Edge of Night. If he doesn't equip, it's just mega over.
The Warren's activation.
Now this is what he's thinking about.
Anything hidden. I mean, he can equip the Edge of Night, at least make this math problem a little bit more difficult.
All right, so he's going to cycle.
That is
so it's a 7 might Darius. Can you beat that? That's what he's being asked. With Sundisk,
with a piercing light,
Rek'Sai Accelerate goes to 7 because he gets the hold. If there's any way of free bouncing back to Draven, it's also Jova.
Draven and end the game.
Hidden Blade works. He's got Noxus Hopeful in the hand. That's game. He can just Noxus Hopeful for 4 with the Sundisk. Rek'Sai plus the Noxus Hopeful. 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's one short. Noxus Hopeful, Piercing Light. So you play Piercing Light, dealing 2 and 2. Noxus Hopeful with Accelerate, Noxus Hopeful, Accelerate. Bang, done. See the line, chat. There we go. That's how your mama wrote it up.
Sure,
4 works.
Set this Darius to 3 life. Then you can trade the Rek'Sai in, or attempt to trade the Rek'Sai in.
No, you don't do the. No, you don't trade with the Rek'Sai. You don't trade with the Rek'Sai. Right? You just do the thing.
7 might, so reasonably you can actually send this in the hopeful
Sundisk
now and send
Noxus
8 might
Hopeful
into
has
7.
Accelerate.
Darius can't actually kill that off, and if something gets pushed back, he still killed Darius.
Yeah,
go in with both.
Card. So, just like you said, Nox Hopeful and Rek'Sai coming in.
This plays around Fight or Flight. Tide Turner.
Tide Turner.
So it doesn't matter.
Here.
Yep. Still just going to be a full trade. At least you kill off everything as the
Noxus Hopeful comes down.
Live another day, but for how much longer, really?
And we already know he's got no Accelerate units.
We see the hand.
Nah, come on, Raccoon, you've got to go for the hold. You're on a Reaver's Row. It doesn't matter.
Raccoon deciding now, do I want to try and hold with Darius, or just pull back and try and go for the double?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could have just done it for 2 if he wanted to. If he had done it for 2, he could have played it with Accelerate onto the other Noxus Hopeful with the oh wait, no, that because that's anywhere else but
which is the
off the top of the deck.
Here.
Yeah.
But I also think that the equity of just
it doesn't matter.
You know, your opponent has a blank board, you're probably going to get a chance to hold unless Shizzle has to spend a lot of runes to force you off.
Super clean game from Raccoon here, taking game 1. I mean, Raccoon's 8-0 for a reason. Playing the game very cleanly, drawing well, and showing us the power of Rek'Sai.
He got it, boys.
You know, maybe not
he got it. I mean, 100% of the win. I mean, he's still undefeated, man. This is nuts.
On Targon's Peak.
That's nuts, man.
First, and Raccoon on Veiled Temple.
Yeah, can I talk about this battlefield a little bit? I'm actually very excited about Raccoon playing Veiled Temple in this deck. This was tech I had been considering, and I hadn't tried it yet for the spell version. And I'm so glad that Raccoon did, and is like just showing me that, yes, you should have tried this because it's very good. Is one of the issues with this deck is runes, right? Cards are not your problem. Runes are. Veiled Temple allows you to re-ready
He's
your
playing a
seals
super...
and get
Yeah, I think you have to be mega
and
aggressive.
Also,
especially against Miracle. This deck does very well. Too aggressive for Miracle decks. Yeah,
unit
absolutely. I mean, this is also the factor of why I like playing Annie at the moment, Razor. Like, if everybody gets going to just keep by default going bigger, I'd rather just go a little bit smaller and just punish everybody for being aggressive. That's my personal philosophy on this.
Raccoon, being able to reset these gear and let him get even more value out of them.
So cool to see in a deck that isn't really gear focused. This is not Jax, this is not Azir, but finding that cool synergy, awesome stuff. So we see a Treasure Hunter from Shizzle getting on the board this game, thankfully. And just a Rek'Sai on Raccoon's side from a champ zone, passing it right back. So Shizzle going to make a little more of a game bit here. Going first, has a pretty good hand to some units. You see, there's a Hard Bargain again. Hard Bargain is kind of hanging out, definitely a little finicky in the matchup.
Yeah, it's like
interesting. You just play Rek'Sai turn 1.
Very good in some
I
spots,
guess because like Rek'Sai is just going to be like vanilla good.
Actually completely tap out for
Wonder how aggressive we actually get with the Rek'Sai, or if we're just going to go on the other battlefield just to get the first one. Yeah, absolutely. It's so good when the matches go quick. We don't want to have to worry about it. We don't want to have to sit around for ages. We want to just go nice, quick, simple match.
I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, so that's going to allow the Draven to come down and still 2 runes up for Hard Bargain, ride the wind, you know, whatever other tricks. I mean, Fight or Flight, Rebuke, Spinning Axe, like Draven with 2 runes up is a menace.
Didn't realize LEC's on.
So we're going to see a seal start with Raccoon and another seal.
That's such a good start, especially because you're going to start to get some of these cards.
Oh yeah, the finals is happening, isn't it?
Veil Temple. The only way this gets even better is something like a Void Rush to completely start refilling the hand, creating a lot more value. Also, getting to re-ready the seal means that something like a Falling Star is going to be able to be cast without any power on this turn, and you can order the triggers so that the Veil Temple trigger happens first. Ready that Seal Rage, and if you see a Falling Star off the top,
so he's thinking if he wants to ride the wind
without having to pay that power cost.
Great stuff. So Rek'Sai's in. We see that trigger from Veil Temple. Readying the Seal of Rage. Here's a Rek'Sai. And we see just a couple of units. So not the greatest hit, but fine.
Yeah, this is your baseline. Your baseline is I get to draw a small unit that I'm going to develop.
Going seal for seal and then getting to like untap the seal. Very nice tech.
Often I'm just kind of drawing them and developing them as part of my
he's going to do that for 2. So this kind of indicates he's hopefully got another 2-drop.
If wanted. So
yes,
it could potentially come in and threaten the Targon's Peak, but we're just going to see just the back row, the Daring Poro, and an Immortal Phoenix. So just
playing in a Phoenix. Phoenix is a really nice one to play here.
The next turn. Now
I guess
I want to know, so there's twofold why the Accelerate probably didn't happen here.
Yes, Rek'Sai.
One of the big ones is, of course, that he wanted to play this Immortal Phoenix, so the cost curve just didn't work. The other thing is Daring Poro is an order unit.
All right, Rek'Sai
and
just dies.
Seals are Seals of Rage. So in order to accelerate the Daring Poro, it would be 1 energy and 1 order power, so he would not have been able to pay for it with the Seal and would have deramped. So I think that is one of the prevailing reasons he wouldn't want to do it. Now, of course, the curve just maybe worked as well with the Phoenix, and he didn't have
interesting. I mean, I know where Casanova's going with this. I think the more important thing to also assess from this is get round 1. Like, in game number 1, he like didn't accelerate a single time using Rek'Sai. Like, he accelerated every single time using Sundisk, right? And Sundisk is clearly the benefacting or the benefit, the way to benefit greatly from playing Rek'Sai. In actuality, you don't want to be just like min-maxing. So this is a game now where I look at it and I go, I think I heavily favor, obviously, now the Draven player, because they've just been able to go tempo, tempo, tempo.
Yeah, the only scary thing...
Them missing their 2-drop game 1 was like mega. I mean, they didn't have a 3-drop either. They just played an Edge of Night into removal spell, into Draven. Like, and that's, like, you're not winning in that department.
And so this kind of comes down to...
Okay, so we're presenting trade.
Draven here by sending in...
But we're going to force you to
that's
cycle.
Just guaranteed he's going to get to eat this. And the question becomes, does he actually have the proper removal tools to then follow up deal with Pharaoh's Forerunner and the
yeah, because Phoenix gets +2 as well.
All right, take Assault on both the Phoenix and the Poro.
I forget Phoenix is Assault.
And we're going to see Power Float from the Seal. Right. So the tempo will
tap. So we've got power floating. Do we want to play another seal or do we want a Poro?
Kind of mid-level hits.
Yeah,
it's a free seal, but we'll take the Poro. We don't really need another seal when we're untapping. We've got a power floating at the moment.
But at this point, I feel
1,
like
2.
That's not what Raccoon needs to find, right? This game is not.
I see a color weak in hand, but obviously you're not going to get much value of it. If Shizzle plays really tightly here,
units and 2-drops hit.
That Treasure Hunter is never leaving the base unless another 2-drop comes down. Like, there's just no shot a color weak is ever going to be able to get like a premium target. No shot. No shot. This is how I've beaten Victor decks and other decks that play yellow. You just have like a 2-drop unit now just forever living. It got 2 points and now just sits there. It is your color weak random thing that dies. No reason to ever put it in danger.
Splitter must have been last game. It looks like it was not in this hand.
Okay. We got the Hard Bargain from earlier. Is that 2 ride the wins, perhaps? So a lot of potential options. Again, already being on Targon's Peak is a little awkward. The timing of when to conquer Targon's Peak is definitely a skill when you're playing that battlefield. So we're going to see.
Kai'Sa with Accelerate.
All right, Accelerate Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa's coming into the Phoenix. Phoenix is going to hit the bin, which is, not the worst place for a Phoenix. But we will see 2 cards drawn for Shizzle, as well as going up to 5 points. And once again, on the board, pretty well stocked up. Fortunately, 3 runes ready. 3 might as well be 2 most of the time, right?
Yeah, and I think Shizzle drawing an additional Ferris Forerunner here is a great draw. Shizzle has a lot of time, and that's where Ferris Forerunner really shines.
Yeah,
So
this feels mega done. Rek'Sai just fell behind. We haven't seen any of the good removal spells. We know he's got one. We know he's got a Color Week in hand, but like the rest of the hand is like not doing much.
Of Raccoon, leaving only a Noxious Hopeful, if that's what Shizzle wants to do. And that is exactly
it. So God. This is it.
Taking out the
one, get rid of the gold.
It could take out the hopeful, I guess.
Just kill the 2/2 drops. Like we don't have to be fancy about this.
Often I don't like tapping out in the spot when you actually have a lot of interaction in hand. But I believe Raccoon is down to like his last card in hand because he played the 2 seals early. It's been a lot of 2s off
If we want to be really safe, we can move the Forerunner back, and I don't mind doing that either.
The Rek'Sai is going to be on very low cards,
one or the other's fine.
And the Conquerors are not free, right? It's 5 might into just the 4 on the back
maybe
line.
A little bit
so
of a punt.
Raccoon is actually going to have card access issues, which is usually not the problem for the deck. And it's
that could be a punt.
A lot of trouble punishing
if he finds like a Sun Disc into yeah, if he finds Sun Disc and can play something where he can go, okay, yeah, he really wants this to be accelerated. Yeah, he needs this to be accelerated. The idea of what I'm saying is if we want to be able to kill this, we could then kill this and then kill this with the thing, but nah, we're too far behind at this point now.
A bit behind and trying to work it through.
It's like we can kill the Kai'Sa here.
Like a Blood Rush?
Oh,
yeah,
Blood Rush.
I was trying to think what card was in the deck that was going to make this work, and
okay,
and there were Blood Rushes in there.
So that's great. So that punishes for adding the Hunter to the stack as well.
Play this for 2.
Now Woodburrow gets to go off. He gets to knock Sofal, probably the perfect hit there. 4 might for 2 energy.
I would say maybe Call is the only better thing. That would.
We know he's got Call of the Week in hand.
Actually, Falling Star would be fine too because you just like dealing with the first part of the body. Because Shizzle was at 5, so it could only go to 7.
Yeah,
anyway.
Shizzle has like infinite answers.
However, Shizzle has a full grip of cards and a ton of.
We just know Raccoon has like a Color Week and that's it, basically. Or is he completely handless? I thought he had a Color Week. Maybe I was seeing something else. Maybe I was seeing the Soaring Scout as a Color Week. Because of the artwork, I just saw a bit of blue. I was like, two Color Week. 2-drop yellow card that's got a bit of blue on it. Nah, it's got to be Color Week.
Possibly go to 7.
That's a little awkward.
And deciding how to proceed up 6-3. He's trying to set up some sort of big hold, Apostle Path here from 6 to 7.
Angus, I think I missed your follow. Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow.
So we see Forerunner join the other Forerunner at the Targon's Peak. And, Ride the Wind.
Ride the Wind, one of them over. I was, thinking the same as you as the hold. I was thinking you hold from 6 to 7, and then on your next turn, like untapping with these Ride the Winds and Rebukes and everything, then you just go conquer the other side. But just instead going to do it now. Look at 2 potential hold options. Only 1 rune available, though, so no defense. It's just going to be 2 Pharaoh's Forerunners. Hold. And honestly, they don't even need to hold. They can both die and just.
We know they don't play. We know this Rek'Sai doesn't play any Imperial Decrees.
You might win on a hold incidentally here. If you don't, you're probably winning with double conquering with the max.
All right. So, first step for Raccoon is going to send in 3 units over to the Forerunner. Total of 7 might. 7's more than 6.
We have the Rek'Sai deck list. Yes, they showed it on screen at the very start.
Not exactly the most intimidating unit, but there's a conquer.
We'll go back and have a look at it.
Woodburrow we're going, but now this other Forerunner is a pretty big issue with Shizzle at 7. It must be dealt with, or the game will end.
That looks like a scoop angle. Yeah, I was going to say, those off the top are not getting the job done. Not bad cards by any means, but kind of bad when your opponent's at 7 and you don't really have a board whatsoever.
It's definitely a problem.
Consistency with the spell.
I mean, we've had this conversation. I think we came to the general conclusion it's caused people to like not want to be on feature match, which is sad.
That was very dominant, right?
I think ultimately, I've suggested that we should just have like generalized deck lists presented on stream, so like we know the idea. Can you decline? Yeah, we had a lot of declines in day 1. Lots of people declining to be on feature match day 1. Apparently, Casanova was saying there are a lot of really cool matches and big matches that they really wanted, and then they had to scramble to like find a backup of a backup, which is a little sad.
Yeah, Foreigner, absolutely fantastic there. So we're gonna go to game 3 as these players look to advance.
The hope
to be
is,
undefeated
like my suggestion of like if we can get just generalized deck lists, or like we get like older deck lists from like China and stuff, we're at least then looking at more fun stuff.
Love the sportsmanship. Players recognizing the the kind of gravity of a match like this. This is a big match,
Then we at least don't have to worry too much about some of the deck list stuff. We don't have to worry too much about other things.
Yeah, I was actually really curious on this
mulligan. I don't think you even need to show it. So the reason to show a deck list, and this is like now me like talking as a producer, the rationale to show it is so that newer players or less experienced players are able to be like aware of what they're walking into before the matchup, right? Because a lot of people that are going to play the game or even potentially watch this coverage will know of like some decks, but they won't know of every single deck. So presenting a deck list at least means you're able to become a little bit familiar with the deck list in question. So this also means you don't have to go Googling. You don't want people to leave the stream. Because obviously the obvious retort is, well, just go and look online. But you don't want people to leave that. And you also don't want someone watching going, what does that card do? What does that card do? I don't understand what any of these cards do. So the idea is that you present the deck ahead of time so that people can learn about it and understand it. So
I mean, Falling Star's a pretty nice
what you want, like the happy medium is that just play this, just show a generalized deck list or show something so that your average person who's like, oh, I like playing Riftbound, I play it like once or twice every other month, can at least tune in and be familiar and this. At the end of the day, the stream is a marketing tool that is being used to advertise the game and to engage people.
Nox is hopeful as well.
Nox is hopeful, so good. All right, Formite in the background.
If they don't know the deck list is meaningless. I disagree with you on that one. I think the deck list being presented is a way that people are able to like become like aware of a deck, and can actually become enthused on seeing something. So seeing like a Rek'Sai deck and seeing the deck like a deck list of Rek'Sai, you're like, oh, I've never seen one of my locals. So like you're like, oh, okay, this is the kind of cards, and you might be like sort of familiar with some of these cards, right? Like Nox is Hopeful. That's played in a bunch of decks. I know what Nox is Hopeful does, but I don't know some of the other cards. So like that's how you get to learn more about it. So I think there's a lot of value of presenting a deck list. I just don't necessarily think we need to present the actual competitors. But I appreciate your input. Thank you so much.
And Foreigner's still in the window.
Yeah, I'd like to see Forerunner deploy Draven and pass the turn, or Forerunner deploy 2/2s, but
Draven is definitely on the slight back foot these early games. Obviously, we've been able to see Rek'Sai this game really push more aggression, which is exactly what they need to do. Like, Rek'Sai is the aggro deck. We're obviously on Arena's greatest, so Jizzle is now in this like spot where it's like, okay, am I playing Raven this turn, or am I going to just be going in with my Treasure Hunter, accepting that it's dying, which then also really opens me up for a spot where Cull the Weak completely eats me.
With the Treasure as well from the Hunter. And you don't really need to be on odd runes in this deck. Almost everything is even costed.
No, I fully agree with where you're at, Angus. I mean, it's also like, let's be real, it's like sometimes you're using this as like a way of filling a little bit of time. So it's a relevant thing. As opposed to not going anything.
Up to 2.
Oh, absolutely. If I ever get an opportunity to talk to Riot, the production team. The other thing at the moment, and this is a bigger conversation, is there are like 3 or 4 production teams at the moment for Riot. So it's a little tough.
Okay.
And gonna hide the Tide Turner, so not even just going 2/2.
If I ever get an opportunity,
hidden Fight or Flight. The other card was Fight or Flight. To be fair, so we'll see if we get a glimpse of the hand. Whether that.
If I ever get an opportunity, I will absolutely bring this up. And obviously, this has been a topic that's come up a bunch now in my. I have a tiny community. But the fact that it is already a vocal thing that's coming up, I think it's worth me, if I ever have conversations with people that are doing productions or potentially organizations and stuff, I think this is something that's really important for people to be aware of and consider. Especially for coverage. Especially for coverage.
Which, from a quick glimpse here, it doesn't look like they
Yeah,
are.
one Piercing Light absolutely
That
wrecks
does mean
him.
that Shizzle has kind of faded
Falling Star wrecks
that
him.
really
There's like a lot of cards that
rough
absolutely
situation
just
that could've
wreck
existed
Shizzle here. This is
by
one of those
any of those
spots where you are
charges
making
themselves. I may have spoken too
the
soon.
balls
That's
play,
all
where you're
light.
just like,
What's up, Piercing Light? Okay.
if you
Well,
don't
I thought
have
it
it,
One of the two is probably,
I
I'm
don't
sure one of us is right.
die.
We
But if you have it, I
a very
probably
bad
lose on the
punish that
spot.
Shizzle has potentially walked into.
He is leaving
what's bad
2
if it's
up,
not.
so it's kind of representing he might have
Yeah.
Fight or Flight in hand,
Alright,
and he's
so
playing
I
something
couldn't
like a
think about it.
switcheroo hidden.
And let us set up here with this Rek'Sai deck too, where you're trying to make a lot of plays with incomplete information. You don't know what you're going to hit off of your Void Burrow or trigger, off of your Void Rushes. So, but what's it going to be? It's going to be Piercing Light. You got it.
Piercing Light with repeat to play around the potential of Edge of Night or Spinning Axe, I imagine, as the option.
I
So
absolutely think,
Spinning
yeah,
Axe
no,
would
even
save
with
the
one
fan
Phoenix, you can
regardless.
still absolutely run
It
this
just
deck.
wouldn't be able to save Treasure Hunter, so it doesn't really get around Spinning Axe. Depending on the targeting, this can save something, but not necessarily. So it looks like maybe Raccoon
All right,
said
Piercing Light came
2
down.
on Treasure Hunter at the battlefield, then 2 on the Overzealous fan. Because if you went 1 battlefield Treasure Hunter, 1
Has he only got
battlefield
1 rune
Overzealous
there, or is
fan,
it 2?
and then 1, the other way.
It must be
both
just
still
1
would've
rune there,
died
so
that
yeah,
base
he's
one.
not going to
Right,
use
so
the
Fight or
Rek'Sai
Flight yields
ability,
to
because
play
it's like,
around
what are you
one of
looking
the
for?
restrictions, but not both.
Yeah.
So Hunter returns.
Rek'Sai's at
Gold.
4.
Nox Shuffle comes in.
Shizzle currently
Gonna pass
only
to Hunter.
at 3.
Making more
This
gold here, going over
this
the
Treasure Hunter's
Obelisk.
going to try
Putting the
2,
score to
2,
Raccoon
3,
at 4.
3.
Shizzle going to 3.
Yes. Gets another gold,
Now,
but this Treasure
there's
Hunter
Ferris
will be
Forerunner.
dying.
Looks like it.
Mind Splitter? No.
So
Another Forerunner. This Chisel always finds the Forerunners. Maybe he's on 3, 4 Forerunners. I'm not sure, man.
Obelisk of Power. So down a point, going for the hold.
Yeah, and I think
That's an interesting alternative, Nikki. Like, I actually don't think that's a terrible suggestion. Like, we could just play with open deck lists. Like, you go into your match, you sit down, you know exactly where your opponent's playing.
A much larger punish than we think. If
We're already playing in a wildly diverse metagame compared to a lot of other TCGs, I will be honest, because of like metal card hunting. So it's not a terrible thing.
That's a pretty good hit. Second Void Rush, not a bad hit.
That's an alternative.
It is power
Fully
costed,
alternative.
but you have the seals for a reason. Though it is sometimes hard to turn down, just let me just cast that. Hopefully
But a game that also has a very wide metagame, but doesn't do that is Flesh and Blood. But then I don't know what Flesh and Blood's coverage, honestly, is looking like at the top of my head. I don't know if they have open or closed deck lists. I know they have closed deck lists for the main event in like callings and stuff. I don't know what coverage does. If anybody knows, I'd love to know.
The unknown of the Void Rush. What is it going to be? It's hard to exactly know. Hard
We're
to decide
still
to play it.
digging.
But going for it, Piercing Light and Falling Star. Okay. Now there are options aplenty.
I mean, yeah, the
Falling
there was a perfect
Star,
clear for
kill the
Ferris Forerunner
mech,
with the cull and the
go
Falling Star
in,
that would have been
kill
in his
the
hand,
thing.
if their Treasure Hunter was gone. And I think Raccoon is sitting there like, yeah, I should have just pointed at them in a slightly different order, and I'd be in such a good spot here where I get to play through this hidden card, not worrying about it, clear the Forerunner, clear both things, and be in the same spot as the previous game where you're at 6 with your opponent with an empty board. I wonder if there's still a way to get there. I don't know if you can score to 6 with the empty board is the issue, because in order to get rid of this Treasure Hunter, you'd have to kind of run in with the Rek'Sai Breacher,
Which is a heavy cost. So here comes Falling Star.
You think Shizzle wins this, Nikki?
I guess you
All
could
right.
Pick off the Forerunner first and then move in. So
correct.
So that's what's going to happen here. So Falling Star on the Forerunner, 2 mechs to base. Still a hidden card hanging out at the Obelisk of Powered alongside the Treasure Hunter. And now Raccoon, what is the next step? Paid some heavy power costs this turn. Here comes Rek'Sai.
I think you just go in the Rek'Sai regardless.
Assault is on.
Yeah, I believe this was the Tide Turner was the only hidden card, so that can swap and at least trade, keep Raccoon off of 4 points. Unless, I mean, Blood Rush would have been.
Yeah, Blood Rush would have been crazy. Oh my God, another.
Go to 6.
Oh, and he's got 2 floating from the Falling Star.
Yep.
Okay.
No more red power, but 2 red seals for the future turns.
Now leaving the hopeful.
Because remember, he got the
Army's
discount
list,
from
so
the
they
Void
retreat.
Rush.
Decided to leave.
Okay,
it there.
I
It's a little risky.
mean,
Yeah, I think
I think it's very doable. Like, let's be real. The alternative line here was Noxus Hopeful goes here.
Sending 1 unit each side, conquering, and then like redeploying. There's some merit to the idea of this 4 does.
Yeah, I mean, you could have played Noxus
either
Hopeful
of
here.
these
Was it
units,
ready?
but
It
with
was
the
ready.
trade
Yeah, you
fully
should have brought back
untapping,
the
you have to
Noxus
expect
Hopeful,
things like spinning
100%.
axe, you have to expect
I
there's
guess
a
the
lot
only
of
reason
ways
for
that
forcing the hold is you force both these units to come in.
Yes.
I mean, you get mega punished by like a Kai'Sa here, but it's not Kai'Sa. It's oh my god! Oh, he got mega punished. Oh, yay, man.
Able to put that light up perfectly.
Yeah, that was rough. If he had just not done that, if he had pulled it back, you don't lose the piercing light. You then don't lose. Oh, it's so bad.
5-5. And things are looking to go Shizzle's way here. Also, that massive rune advantage. Last turn was a hefty power turn for Raccoon.
But we do know he has got a piercing light in hand. So Raccoon can go piercing light, kill the mech.
I'm in the driver's seat.
Kill a Draven, because that's what Shizzle's thinking about. But if he's got, it's not for piercing light, it would be something else. Oh, absolutely. I think you can just like not do that.
You know,
ooh, okay, with piercing light and Calder Week, you can full clear here.
Managing your nerves. The mental game is a huge part of all card games.
That's not what you're meant to do. You can go 2 onto the mech, 2 Draven, 2 onto the mech, 2 Draven. Okay, 2 the mech, 2 Draven, 2 onto the mech, 2 Draven. Go in with the Poro. Oh my god, you know he's got piercing light. No? Am I crazy, chat?
Not afraid to stack up on the boards here. So we have got mech on top of the hidden card.
Yeah.
Draven and Titan.
Fastest piercing light I've seen in my entire life.
Piercing light, 2 onto Draven, 2 here, 2 onto Draven, 2 here.
I'm not wrong about that, but I believe this
what are we doing here? It has to be Titana, but it doesn't matter because it's at a battlefield, so it still kills the Draven.
2 taps, 1 onto the mech, knowing that his Poro can run.
Was it Edge of Night? Oh, it's the one of Edge of Night.
Yeah, great spot, and you're right. That piercing
light or flight doesn't save it because he picked the Draven.
Now it's Shizzle's turn.
Titana, it is a Titana, but it doesn't matter. It still kills both.
Okay, so
the Titana does put it mean that it goes onto there.
Yeah, I mean it's actually a good Titana.
Poro goes there, goes to 6. So now Shizzle and Raccoon are both going to 6, but Raccoon is a turn cycle ahead now.
Deploy anything here with a single rune, so not out of the woods yet for Raccoon as Shizzle still has these tide turners. Maybe this is calculated. Maybe feeling okay with that piercing light being the entire turn for Raccoon, knowing that you've.
Remember, he didn't have to cycle any runes for this because he got to use double that. He's got an Edge of Night in hand. He's got a Calder Week in hand. I've seen the Calder Week from Raccoon. Okay, he doesn't have. I mean, he only plays 2 Titana, so there's no real good way for him to switch around. 7 versus 6.
Going up to 6 and 7, so 7 for Raccoon.
No, I said it the right way around. You have to go 7 versus 6. You don't say it a different way around. We're not doing that. We don't do that here. No. Anyway, what's the sequence? There is a line here. I think he's got it. Sundisk! Oh my god! He's going to do it, chat!
That's just game.
Poro
is enough
in.
If there is no reactive spell for Raccoon to take the series.
Look at that face. That man is like, did I?
Oh boy.
Spinning axe.
That's a big buff. Is the response from Raccoon?
Into. He was looking like he was about to tap 2. Oh, he's got a hidden blade. He's got a hidden blade.
That's it.
Hidden blade. Do it.
Now,
hidden blade it.
Drawn off hidden blade.
Die.
Interact too. So
die.
You know, fight or flight, a rebuke, something like that. So there's no risk here. Question is,
has he got it? Has he got the fight or flight? I didn't see it. Hard bargain? Does he have a hard bargain? Yeah, hard bargain is GG.
Find a win from there. I think Shizzle with 2 units on the board is likely taking you down.
He's just letting it happen?
Use the hidden blade defensively to try and hold, I suppose, right?
Yeah, you could.
So gonna let it go. Very interesting. So Raccoon showing extreme patience in the face of a possible win. And these high pressure spots, it's so easy to want to just go for the win, you know. So showing big patience, and now probably looking to hold on.
Wait, he has no cards in hand? Why do we not just
card not known for holding?
Okay.
Okay, so we're hiding the hidden blade.
Decides the odds of holding better than giving the 2 cards to Shizzle. The big thing is
I'm confused, chat. I don't understand, but let's just watch. Just hold. Chat, just hold. Hold.
However, it was before
it's okay. Chat, it's okay. He's got to find 2 more might, plus he's got to beat a hidden blade. So a Darius doesn't beat here. Falling Star is really bad.
There is not any single card that can be drawn for Raccoon that is going to stop this.
That's game.
Backline will score.
Coming in, And there it is. Shizzle moves to 9-0 in an unbelievable game.
Okay, so in our hearts, Rek'Sai won. Raccoon won. In our hearts. In our hearts, he won.
Raccoon. I think he's disappointed and upset with maybe the decisions he made in those last sequence of turns, because I think he recognizes that if he pulled the trigger, he'd have it, and it's hard to think about it in result-based, right? Because he sees, oh, next 2 cards are falling. He wins every time, but
well, in our hearts, he beat the Draven. If he just hidden bladed correctly, he would have gotten it, chat. We know this. We all know this. We all know this, chat. The bit Sag. Wait, did I not add Sag? I thought I added Sag. Sag, did I add Sag as an emote? I swear. Oh no, I added Madge. Do we not have Sag?
Go for it or not.
All right, well,
go for it and didn't end up working out. So still 8-1. So
I got that. Well, I'm confused. Maybe it doesn't work on this thing. Whatever.
Hey guys, I'm here.
Oh dear. Well, that was a rough one. Yeah, the pressure got to him. Yeah, I think you're right, Nikki. I thought he didn't go for the invade because Draven hand was full. Me too, Hugo. But if he's got no hand, you just kill it. You just kill it and then make him find it.
We'll see where it takes us.
Oh, it's capital S. Do I need to add another one for lowercase s?
I mean, it's pretty fun, but I feel like playing as it and against it, there's like so much stuff to calculate that it just takes like a lot longer compared to the set 1 meta. So, I mean, it's good, but yeah,
it seems to always be capital
like
S.
A lot longer, a lot slower
whatever.
now, so, which isn't
whatever. I'm not typing that out right now. I mean, Mac, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It doesn't matter. Anyway, all right, we're gonna raid over to Kuvi, so you guys can watch someone who's frankly extremely way better at this game than me, and does great coaching. And I will be back tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, where we can recap all the matches I didn't watch, as well as also watching far more top 8. We'll probably go through the rest of the other feature matches. If there's anything genuinely big we want to talk about, we'll do that. I'll be streaming the next few, like 4, 5, 6 days at least. Not super sure. And we'll also be recapping this, so we can see actually how we did on the bingo.
Yeah, it's cool, like connecting with the community and all that stuff. So.
Anyway, I am going to be going because I did not want to die. And also, because of Vlad and Jacked, Big Jacked rather, I've got to be doing a big long stream because we're going to be doing the winning of every single deck, and we're going to be playing that Rek'Sai deck because that Rek'Sai deck looked absolute fire in the hands there. But yeah, I'm excited. We're going to have a great game of streams. I'm really excited for it. I can't wait. Annie quick win? Probably never, because no Annie's actually made day 2. I thought Annie would be better positioned. Anyway, gotta play ads, gotta raid. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Had a wonderful time. I'll see you all very soon. Alright, let's get this raid going. Alright.
And then all my
Kuvi, raid Kuvi.
close-knit scrim partners. There's definitely a lot of people to name, so yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great, good luck going into round 10.
Thanks.
Alright, we're raiding them. Take care, everybody.
That was a great match. Seeing Rek'Sai, of course.
Much
great.
love all.
Great. Seeing one of our players move to 9-0. Again, we're going to have 3 of those probably at the end of this round, barring some weird draws. But we got another great match for you. We've got a kind of a well-known name playing kind of a
little spicy. At X&2 still live, still fighting. So we're definitely excited to see Grab.
Yeah, live for possible top 8 with tiebreakers, and then also
they don't have the legend.
Nice. We had a few Lux players, I believe.
Okay, this is what he ended up with.
Exact number was, but it was very
okay,
low,
question. What do you think of the garbage grabber?
What do we got going on here with this Lux deck?
Yeah, the big combo to look at is going to be the Jace Mana Progress Vanguard Armory setup.
It's okay, it's okay.
Gold early with your Plundering Poro
I think Jace is bad though.
Sacrifice it to Jace.
Okay, I knew you were going to say that.
He gets to summon another gear that costs.
We love how.
Wait, hold on. Masked Swan, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, thank you.
As turn 2, and then just start generating recruits.
Were you streaming? Were you streaming Riftbound?
Additional cards to keep the board clear while your little weenies, your little recruits run around scoring.
Welcome everyone. Where I'm gonna be streaming this is the Riftbound Vegas Day 2 into Tap Cuts. I'm joined by Marshall, aka Riftbound. What is it? Riftbound report. And I'm Cody. I play Riftbound and I also coach Riftbound. I do Riftbound full time, and I used to play Legends of Runeterra. If you know me from there.
All right, chat. Raid's happened. I'm gonna call it. Take care, everyone. Bye.